We are officially live. Live for New York Mets baseball. Today we have the New York Mets versus the Atlanta Braves. First pitch is going to be happening in about a minute. And let's go Mets, man. We got a comment already from Star Wars on YouTube. Beat the Braves. Beat the Braves because Star Wars, is a Phillies fan. And I believe Star Wars still has hope that the Phillies could win the division. But yeah, without a doubt, they're going to have to start playing better baseball because Phillies have, to an extent, they've been struggling. Let's just put it as that. They've been struggling, and they're going to have to catch fire soon because the NL, look, there's no teams running away with it, but there's a lot of teams in the mix in the NL. And the Phillies don't want to mess around and get down again, you know? They started off the year, if I'm not mistaken, the Phillies were 10-22, something along the lines of that. And then they had a great run. But then now, especially after the All-Star break, they've been in a really, really cold stretch. Phillies do play tonight, and they're going to be playing the St. Louis Cardinals. So let's see if they can improve. But in this game, we have the pitching probables. We have Elder. I believe his name is Bryce Elder, pitching for the Braves. For the Mets, Christian Scott. Look, if the Mets, this is the last time the Mets play the Braves this season in the last series better. And the Mets in these last games, the last time they won the season series versus the Braves was 2017. So we're talking about 9 years. So if the Mets can just win one game in this series, just one, they will, win. They will win the season series. Now, of course, we don't want to just hear them win series. We want to see the Mets be a good team. But hey, at least we're throwing that out there. We got 3 games tonight, Tuesday, and Wednesday. All of these games, the 3 of these games, are all scheduled for 7:15 p.m. Eastern Time start time. So let's see. And then this Friday, the Mets are playing the Nationals at home. Then they're playing the Nationals again Saturday, 4:10, and then 1:10 game. And then the Mets are going to welcome in the Padres. So we're getting ready now, folks. Bill says, hope Phillies go 0 for August and September. Yikes. First pitch of the game is going to be a ball. 1 ball and no strikes against Bryce Elder is pitching for the Phillies. And happy birthday to AJ Ewing. 1-0 pitch. That's going to be strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike to start off this game, folks. We are live. New York Mets baseball. Atlanta Braves versus the New York Mets. All right, here is the 1-1 pitch. The 1-1 pitch is about to come. Here it is. That's way high and outside. 2 balls and 1 strike right now. 2-1 is the count. Throughout the live, I'm going to be talking about some other teams. I'm going to take a look at the standings really soon in the MLB. Let you know what's going on. But here's the 2-1 pitch. That's hit pretty well. That's going to get all the way down to the wall. So AJ Ewing is going to get stuck under the padding. AJ Ewing is going to keep running just in case they do. Oh, you cannot give him a ground rule double. Let's see. Umpire should go check that out. It's going to be a leadoff double for AJ Ewing, but I'm going to be honest with you. Let me see how it gets stuck under. Okay, I mean, maybe stuck under, but kind of. He could have pulled it out, and I get it. They're going to grant it to him, so I leave it at that. But that could have easily been the inside the park home run. Yeah, the ball wasn't stuck. It just went under. It went under the padding, but it didn't get lodged. Yeah, so I don't know. That's kind of weird. Bill says Mets haven't won a series. Yeah, a Braves season series since 2017. I agree, Bill. If it's stuck, automatic ground will double. It wasn't stuck. It wasn't stuck. It wasn't stuck. The ball's there and it's moving as well. Uh, the ball wasn't stuck. It was not stuck. The ball was not stuck. It went under the padding. I give that. But it was not stuck. So this should be a triple or inside the park home run. Well, we have a challenge early in the game first on the first one of the game. If it was the Mets, they'd rule it in play. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, they would. We got Tony the Great is here. I'm a Braves fan, but I'm pretty sure they beat us last series. When we talk about series, the season series. So the Mets won the last series in Citi Field, 2 games out of 3. But they're talking about like the season series. The last time the Mets beat the Braves in a season series was 2017. All right, let's see. Let's see. And we got Just Me is here. Paul, Bill, Tony the Great, Victor. There's an early replay review, folks. It's going to be at least a double, but I think that should be a triple because, that ball was not stuck under. It went under. We got Corinthians is here. What's going on? We also got Sammy's here. Kelly's here. Victor is also here. What is going on? Shout out to everybody that's here. 100%. I appreciate all of you being here representing. Hey, let's go Mets, man. In the good, in the bad, let's go Mets. Devin Williams has gone to the injured list. So Devin Williams is going to be out for at least 15 days from what I saw. So we're going to have to see, how that's going to work out. But yeah, from what I know, he's definitely, he's gone for some time. So we'll see, folks. But yeah, this is a long review, folks. This is a long umpire review. Long umpire review here. I mean, a long umpire review. They're reviewing the ball was hit. It was a double. But Acuna put his hands up saying the ball stuck, but the ball wasn't stuck. It was under the padding. It was even moving. So it's kind of weird. Let's see here. Does Corinthians get mod? What's mod? What do you mean? Like moderator? Aminud Dortmino, I appreciate you for the follow. I think this live stream is a great investment to the franchise, getting to know the team, the captain, and the players. Hey, 100%. I like doing the live streams. And Corinthians, I gotta be honest with you. I can't get this is my first time seeing you here. I appreciate you. I can't give you the mod just yet. Not yet. But I definitely appreciate you being here, Corinthians. 100%. Okay, so what do they do? Place them at third, Bill? They're taking forever. This is probably the longest challenge I've ever seen happen. Like the length of this challenge right now, this is probably the longest it's ever taken before. Let's see. But they are taking really, really long. You gonna go? Yeah. All right. The ball was not lodged under the wall. Underneath the pad. Not lodged into the padding. What? Yo, what are these guys doing? He didn't need to be awarded second base because he has second base. Oh my God, they took 10 years for that? 10 years just to say the ball wasn't under, the Mets keep their challenge? Come on now. What are we doing here? All right, all right. I'm trusted. I'm mod streamers with over 15K followers, but I respect your opinion. Hey, Corinthians, no problem. Definitely, I appreciate you being here, though. Gotta leave you. You're head of the telecast, but appreciate your lives. Bill, 100%. I appreciate you, man. What team we rooting for? I'm gonna guess New York. Yes, I am a New York Mets fan. So in the good and the bad, they're having a really bad season, but I'm definitely rooting for the Mets. Again, it's been tough watching the Mets this season, but what can I say, folks? In the good and the bad, I'm a Mets fan. Yeah, that was just a weird start to this game. An absolute weird start. I mean, made absolutely no sense. Absolutely no sense. I mean, here's the pitch to Lindor. Lindor's gonna take a ball. One ball, no strikes. That look, I understand the job that umpires have. Like, being an umpire is not an easy job. I'm gonna be honest with that. Lindor grounds it to the second baseman. Albies is gonna get it, and that's gonna be a productive out to get AJU into third base with one away. Look, I in no way can I come at umpires in the sense of their job is a tough job. Being an umpire is not an easy job, all jokes aside. The split decisions that have to be made, the choices that have to be made, it's hard. Here's the pitch to Bichette, ball one. And the point of me saying that is because I get it. You're going to make mistakes. But then there are some things with umpires where you're just like, what are they doing? Like, it's just weird. 1-0. Grounded. And Bichette is 6 for his last 6. And he just has an RBI single. So the Mets lead right now 1-0 early. Let's go Mets. Last year's Corinthians. Last year started off good. But the Mets collapsed last season. They collapsed last season and missed the playoffs. We got Guy G. When is Juan Soto coming back? Look, so far there's no update. If I had to make a guess, maybe beginning of September. Maybe something like beginning of September, I would think. Here's a pitch to Benj. It's going to be a ball low. One ball, no strikes. We got James May. Mets might be back. James, isn't it amazing that once the pressure left of the expectations in the last 6 games, they're 5-1 and they're scoring a lot? Here's the 1-0 pitch. Misses. 2 balls and no strikes. Juan Soto out. Yeah, Juan Soto's out. Over under. Juan Soto's not playing. Josh Griffin, just for you to know. Nope, Mets didn't make the playoffs. Mets made the playoffs in 2024. What's up, sis? How you doing? Hope all is well. 2-0. Ball 3. And Bichette is back. 3 balls, no strikes. I know it's a 3-0 count, but I'm still going to give AJ Ewing the take sign. Star Wars, you already know. Let's go Mets. Hey, folks, shout out to all of you. I 100% appreciate you for being here. Happy for all of you being here. Let's go Mets. Here's the 3-0. Bench. Wow, swings 3-0. Swings and misses, strike 1. maybe Red Sox are a good team. I've been watching Red Sox games. They're playing the Blue Jays now, so they're definitely playing some good baseball. All right, here's the 3-1 pitch coming up to Benj. Benj takes a strike. Full count right now. Full count. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Michael Cepeda's here. Just me, Gage, Stu, Christian, Mr. McGee, Philip, Tony. Superstars here. I need under 11.5 runs. I'm not a betting man, but I don't think that there's going to be a lot run. Strike 3 and the throw. Strike him out, throw him out, double play. Wow. Oh, it was ball 4. Wow. How did they not challenge that call? Wow. A strike him out, throw him out, double play. All jokes aside, A strike him out, throw him out double play was supposed to happen. And the catcher didn't challenge it. And it ends up being a walk, and the Mets now have first and second with one out. Wow. Here's the pitch. Jared Young takes high. And the Braves have their catcher Murphy's back. But wow, that was a good pitch, man. Shout out to Gage for the follow. I appreciate you. Why is everyone saying the Mets have a legitimate chance to make the playoffs? I don't know, Michael. Look, I disagree with the Mets have a legitimate chance to make the playoffs. But, Michael, as I've said to you in being consistent, if you believe in miracles, then the Mets have a chance. I wouldn't give them a big chance, but if you don't believe in miracles, then the Mets, they don't have a chance. I'm just here for entertainment and for your viewers to go up with view entertainment. Corinthians, 100% appreciate you. Where you from? Can we be honest? As Mets fans, this is a bad team. Gets hot sometimes, and good teams get cold. And Jared Young hits it to right field. Acuna can't get it. It's going to drop. Bichette had to hold. He's going to get to third. But the throw wasn't in time at second. So now the Mets have the bases loaded in the first inning. I was close about the winning streak. Hey, let's see. Boston, Massachusetts, and yourself. Hey, originally, I am from the Bronx, New York. That's where I'm from. My family is from Puerto Rico, though. That's the background. Yeah, so this has been an interesting inning to start off. All right, Marcus Semien right now. Mets going to get a win today. Hey, triumphant picks? I hope so. I definitely hope so. Here's Semien. First pitch. Ball one. One ball, no strikes. One ball, no strikes, folks. Look, folks, if you know Met fans or Braves fans, share this link, whether it's on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Twitch. Share the link. Swing and a miss for Semien. 1-1. Opinions on the NFL. I love the NFL. I cannot wait for the season. I know that there's some controversy for the new Bills stadium. There's a bunch of seats that they have an obstructed view, and it's like, bruh. 1-1 pitch. Grounded, foul. 1-2. And I'm a Jets fan. And pulled the trigger because they want to win now. I really respect that. Hold on. You know what I like? That the Red Sox moved on from Mayer. They know he still has value. Okay. And pull the trigger because they want to win. And I respect that. Hey, look. Hard decisions got to be made. 1-2. Semien, check swing, but it goes foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes, folks. 1 ball, 2 strikes. We got Nathan. Let's go Jets. You already know. Look, folks. Today's August 10th. We're getting closer. Closer to football season. We're getting closer to football season. Here's the 1-2. Swing, and oh, he drops it. Oh, he didn't make contact. So that was a good pitch there by Elder to get strike 3. Yeah, strike 3 there. So that is going to be 2 outs. Semien wasn't able to put the ball in play right there. Whip. Okay, Brett Beatty's up right now. Let's see Brett Beatty, what he could do. First pitch to Brett Beatty. He hits it pretty well. To deep right center field. Back. Way back. It's a grand slam. Brett Beatty, grand slam. The Mets have a 5-0 lead. Let's go, man. Brett Beatty, 407 feet. First pitch swinging, 100.3 miles per hour exit velo. Brett Beatty, let's go, man. Quick 5-0 lead. Quick one. Wow. Wow. Bronzilla, what was wrong with the Braves? Serious. That was a strike him out, throw him out double play right there. Here's Polanco now. Ball 1. Grand slam incoming. George called it. Let's go Mets. Let's go Mets. Fly. Superstar. It's getting real tuna if you're watching Mets 5-0. 1-0. I think he went. Did he go? No. 2-0. Wow. Look, folks. Wait. WIP is trashing Mattingly over the Phillies' recent problems. Not sure. I think that's fair. What do you think of Mattingly? It's maybe a swinging bunt. Riley can't do it. It's gonna be an infield single. Wow. Infield single for Polanco. Brett Beatty hit a grand slam, Jared, just a few moments ago. Brett Beatty, grand slam. How about that? What was I gonna say though? Look, Mattingly, Star Wars. Look, the Phillies have been struggling. I will say that. It's kind of like the Mets in 2008. The Mets fired Willie Randolph, and Manuel came in, and the Mets started playing really good. But as the season started getting closer to the end, they fell again. Alvarez, ball one. And, you just see that it just didn't work well at the end of the year. Look, I hope Mattingly the success. I hope the Phillies can figure it out, But they've been struggling lately. Here's Alvarez. Ball two. 2 balls, no strikes. So Bryce Elder, he's already thrown 27 pitches in the first inning. Let's go. The Braves should have stayed in Boston. Well, the Braves were actually in New York playing the Yankees. 2-0 pitch. Alvarez takes a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Let me see here. I'm listening to you and catching up on the Contender series because the new season starts tomorrow. What's the Contender? I've never heard of that. If the Braves would have challenged that pitch, bro, inning over, 1-0. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Alvarez. That's going to be a base hit for Alvarez. Wow, what an inning for the Mets. So the Mets are now they are going to be batting around. And AJ Ewing's about to bat right now. Look, folks, I'm going to say this to all of you. Look, this game's not over. I'm going to say it again for all my Mets fans. I know it's 5-0. I know this is a great start. I know this game's not over. There's no way I'm about to game over. Nope. This game's not over. Christian Scott is going to have to pitch well. The Mets bullpen is going to have to pitch well. And I've seen games like this where they score a bunch of runs in the first inning and then they don't score for the rest of the game. And the other team just keeps chipping away, and comes back and wins it late. This game not over. Now, it's a good start for the Mets. A great start. AJ Ewing swings at the first pitch, fouls it back. Strike 1. Now, iDope says if the Mets was healthy all season, man, could be a big difference. I mean, maybe I don't think there'll be 20 games over 500, but they could have been, AJ Ewing swings and misses. They could have been closer to 500 than what they are. Excuse me. Now, originally the Braves stayed in Boston and won a championship for Boston. Wow, I didn't know that before they moved. UFC Dana White Contender Series is what it's called. All right, pretty cool. 0-2 in the dirt. That's going to bounce. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Braves have been kind of cold lately. 5 runs is going to be a tall task, I believe. Hey, look, I hope so. They struggled in the Yankees series, but this game not over. It's just all I got to say, man. All I got if Christian Scott comes out and gives up 3 runs in the first inning, it's a brand new game, Let's see, folks. 1-2 pitch. Ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So, again, Bryce Elder, he's up to 33 pitches in his first inning. Philly's about to come out. Who they playing, Star Wars? And look, Sean Murphy, the catcher for the Braves, dropped the ball. Literally. Like, they had to strike him out, throw him out. AJ Ewing hits it to right, but Acuna's there to make that play and finally end the inning. Mets score 5 runs on 6 hits. What a start. What a start. But, hey, let's see. But, yeah, look, the Braves had a strike him out, throw him out, double play to end the inning. They didn't challenge the strike. The umpire called it a ball. It ended up being first and second, and then the Mets added on. The Mets are funny. When they stink, they destroy the Braves. And when they are good, it's the opposite. Isn't that amazing? You can't make it up with this team. Isn't that amazing? Yeah, La Fala, Boston Braves. I think it was 1952, way before wow. That's pretty interesting right there. Hey, folks, look, I'm going to go to standings of baseball. I'm just going to go to the standings in general of the baseball teams around the league. And I'm going to tell you about, what is going on. There's a lot of games. There's a few more games coming on today, but most games have not started today. Now, before I tell you the games, look, the AL East, the Tampa Bay Rays are in first place with a 6-game winning streak. They have a 5.5-game lead over the Yankees and the Red Sox, 7 games. They have a 14.5-game lead over the Orioles and 16 over the Blue Jays. It's a lot. Now, the AL Central, the Chicago White Sox are still in first place. They lead the Detroit Tigers by 3.5. The Twins and Guardians are 4 games out. And the Royals are 13 games out. The AL West, the Astros have a half-game lead over the Rangers, excuse me. The Astros are in first place by half a game over the Texas Rangers. The Mariners are 4 games out. Athletics 12.5 out, and the Angels 14.5 out. Now the NL East, the Braves they're in first place. The Braves, let me wait here for this. Christian Scott's first pitch is going to be a strike. Braves have an 8.5-game lead over the Phillies, 11.5 over the Marlins, 13 over the Nationals, and 19.5 over the Mets. Eesh. Brewers are 30 games over 500. They're in first place in the NL Central. Let me tell you, after this pitch here, 0-1 pitch. That's hit pretty well, but that's going to go foul. 0-2. Yeah, the Cubs are in second place, 5.5 out, but then it goes spaced out. The Cardinals, third, 15 games out. Pirates, fourth, 17 games out. And the Cincinnati Reds are 17.5 games out. Now, in the NL West, here's the 0-2 pitch. That's hit pretty well. And that's going to be a rocket. It's going to go all the way to the wall, or to the warning track at least. It's going to be a leadoff double for the Braves. Leadoff double for each team. So the Dodgers are in first place in the NL West, even though they've lost 8 out of their last 9 games. Even losing 8 out of the last 9 games, they still have a run differential of 138. The Diamondbacks are 7.5 out. Padres, 8.5 out. Both of those two teams have gotten closer to the Dodgers, though. I will say that. Here's Ronald Acuna right now. First pitch to him is going to miss inside. 1 ball, no strikes. The San Francisco Giants are 21 games behind the Los Angeles Dodgers. And the Rockies are 24 games behind the Dodgers. So, not good there. All right, here's the pitch now from Christian Scott. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Acuna was trying to make it a 3-run game with that swing. Bryce Elder pulling the Robert Stock special, bruh. Parlay burned in the first leg. My goodness, from Night Dawn. My goodness. Here's the 1-1. Did he go? Yeah, he definitely went there. Swinging a miss. Strike 2. Amner says Boston. Boston's peak from Corinthians. And Michael says also, if the Mets give Robert, another start, they are just joking at that point. Call up Santucci. Even Tong, I agree with that. I agree. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Outside. Does he go? No, he doesn't go. 2-2. Let's go. The ultimate X is here. I agree with that. Look, Robert Stock, I liked Robert Stock because I thought he was a rookie. But when I know that this guy's been pitching for years, yeah, look. You got a, 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. For me, you gotta, come on. Give the young guys a chance, man. Bring Santucci up. Bring Tong up. Tong has had a disaster of a season. Maybe to salvage him, maybe bring him up, and maybe he can finish here with a little confidence. Maybe. Here's the pitch to Olsen. 1 ball, no strike. We got people with us right now on Facebook with us. on YouTube with us, Twitch, and also on TikTok. Shout out to all of you. All right, here's the 1-0 pitch right now to Olsen. Here it is. That's going to be, oof, yikes. That was a strike, but the umpire calls it a ball, 2-0. Also, since Mr. Airbender is going to be out for a couple of weeks, I'd make Kodai Senga my closing pitcher. All right. I ain't mad. A lot of people are saying Jeffrey Yan, which the excitement of that will be amazing. 2-0. Strike one. 2 balls, 1 strike. Yeah, honestly, I think we can go on a legit run these last 2 months. Can't keep starting stock. Hey, you never know, man. Look, if what the offense is doing now, if this is a real thing that they can do this, and let me say this. I'm going to say it after this pitch. 2-1 pitch right now. Here it is. That's hit hard. That's going to be a base hit up the middle. Baldwin had to hold up, so he's going to have to stop at third. So, look, the Braves, this is why I said, I know the Mets were leading 5-0, but it's too early of a game. And look, this is the thing about a game like this. When you get down 5-0 early, how do you come back? Just chip away. Get 1 here. You know, get 2 here. Get 3. You get back in the game, and that 5 spot doesn't feel so bad. Now, if the Braves don't score here, then that kind of, you know, it can kind of be tough. But if Harris hits a 3-run shot now, we're talking about brand new ball game. All right, now, here's the pitch. Michael Harris is batting. He's 4 for 8 versus Christian Scott. Here's the pitch. Misses up high. 1 ball, no strike. Yeah. Oh, so yeah, look, if and look, when I was Jared saying about the Mets run and so forth, look, how are they gonna play at home? Mets are playing good on the road in this road trip. How are they gonna play when they go back home? That's the big thing to me. 1-0 pitch. Strike 1. Mets have a really bad home record, man. They're gonna have to go on this incredible run at home. But hey, can I ask a question? Promise I'm not trolling, but do you still think the Mets have a chance to make it? John, only if a miracle happens do I think the Mets have a chance. Only with a miracle. That's it. That's all I got. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Like Stock has a cool story. Definitely a lifetime flex, but he has no future here. I agree. No future, definitely. Wow, what happened? Just flipped it on. So the Mets got a Bichette RBI single and then a grand slam from Brett Beatty. 5-0 for now. But the Braves are threatening right now. Braves are threatening Hunter. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Harris from Christian Scott. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So a big strikeout for Christian Scott right there. Big strikeout for him. Yeah, Hunter. Brett Beatty was able to come through. We got Diaz here. Smiley. HQ Essentials. Cool Dude. Jarrett. Smiley. Lee. Tony the Great. Jose. Lewis. Philip. Mauricio. I Dope. Stu. John. The Ultimate X is here. Hutch. John. All right. Here's Ozzy Albies. He torches the Mets. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strike. That's crazy how they called back that clear double play. Yeah, that was a strike in my throw in my double play. I don't know how Murphy didn't challenge that, honestly. All right, here's the 1-0 pitch right now to Albies. Misses high. 2 balls, no strike. So this pitch right here is an important pitch from Scott. You cannot let Albies take you deep right now. This is a big pitch in the game. I know it's only the first inning, but it's a big pitch right here. Really, really big pitch. 2-0 pitch. That's in there. Strike 1. He's able to throw him a strike, but it wasn't a fastball. It was a backdoor sweeper. So that's a really, really good pitch right there to throw. Yeah, you're 2-0. You're not looking for that. You're looking for a fastball, you know? Here's the 2-1 pitch coming up right now. Here it is. That's going to be popped up. Is it going to get out of play? Bichette looking for it. Nope, out of play. So it is now 2-2. Can Christian Scott strike out the side, even though he gave up a few hits? We got Mets 2025 is here. Johnny, Justin, Cody's here. Mike, Garrett, Pedro. Look, folks, don't forget, if you are a Mets, Braves fan or a baseball fan, share this with other people. Send them the link on YouTube, on TikTok. Here's the 2-2 pitch right now from Christian Scott to Albies. Misses high. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So the runner at first will get a head start. The runner at first. The runner at third is waiting for the ball to be put in play. Abby, I appreciate Abby for the follow. 59 more followers till we reach 2K. 3-2. Grounded foul. Look, if there's one negative for this inning, even if, let's see if he can get out the inning, of course. One negative is that Christian Scott has already thrown 22 pitches. He's about to throw his 23rd, and if he doesn't get an out here, he could be throwing more, you know? Here's the 3-2 pitch right now. Here it is. Grounded foul again. So, definitely throwing a lot of pitches. JT is here. Michael J. Freeze is here. Braulio. Philip. Mauricio. Idope. John. Orlando. Mel is also here. Michael Cepeda. Luis. Ariel. Jeff. All right, here's the 3-2 pitch coming up to Albies from Christian Scott. Here it is. Popped up. Is that going to stay in fair territory? Nope. It's going to get out of play again. So another foul ball. And the pitch count for Christian Scott continues to rise. It is now up to 24. Now, yesterday, Sean Manaea had a really good outing for the Mets. I mean, he was really good for the Mets yesterday. I don't know how many innings he went. I'm going to check that out because I don't think the Mets had to expend their bullpen. Let's see the 3-2 pitch, and we'll talk about the Mets bullpen right after this pitch. Let's see here. Here it is. Popped up. Foul again. Wow. What a battle this is from Albies. Again, as I said, he's a pest for the Mets. Albies torments the Mets. So, yeah, yesterday, look, the Mets bullpen wasn't used much. Manaea went 7 innings, 11 Ks. How about that? And then the Mets had Weisenberger finished the last 2 innings. I think that was his major league debut. So the Mets bullpen should at least be fresh. All right, folks, here's the 3-2 pitch again. 26 pitch. Grounded foul again. Look, folks, I'm telling you, man, Albies just is not easy. Who should close? Senga to see how he does in a new role, or Yan because he throws cheese? Look, I may give Senga the chance, but then again, Yan has gotten into trouble his outings. He's gotten out of it, but in the 9th inning, it's a little different, you know? But, hey, I think both should get an opportunity. 3-2. Ball 4. It hit him. So the bases are now loaded. And gonna have to give Christian Scott a mound visit now because the Mets gave him a 5-0 lead in the first inning. He's up to 27 pitches. And the Braves are 1 swing away from making this a game. So, you know, this is a big at-bat coming up right now. Massive at-bat. Let's see if he can be able to get out of this trouble. But without a doubt, he is in trouble right now, folks. A lot of trouble. And coming up for the Braves right now, if I'm not mistaken, it's going to be Dubon. So, yes, Christian Scott is getting a mound visit. Bases loaded, 2 outs in the top of the first inning. This has been one of the longest first innings ever. This game, the first pitch was at 7:15 Eastern Time. Right now, it is 7:52 Eastern Time. 7:52 Eastern Time. In 3 more minutes, well now, in 2 more minutes, this first inning combined for both teams is at 40 minutes. And the Mets already have somebody, Jonathan Pintaro, in the bullpen. My goodness. Here's Christian Scott right now, first pitch. Grounded. It's going to be a base hit. Olsen, and 2 runs are going to score. 2-run single right there for Mauricio Duval. And the Braves are right back in it. It's a 5-2 game. This is why I said the game wasn't over, folks. When a team in an inning starts off a game and scores a lot of runs, how do you counter that? When you hit, you gotta chip away. You just gotta chip away, and that's what's happening. This is where he's gonna learn how to pitch from TCK. It's not looking good right now for Christian Scott because now the Braves have the tying run at the plate, and it's Austin Riley. And I know he's having a bad year, but he has pop. Here's the pitch. Strike one. He has pop. Good thing I had over 11.5 from Mauricio. Hey, Corinthians asked me, I think, if I expect under 11.5, and I said, I think so. I'm looking like I'm wrong with that. But yeah, over 8.5. 0-1. Fouled away. Over 8.5. It may happen right now. I actually live 10 minutes from Trias Park. Hey, that's fire, TCK. How are the vibes in the area? How are the vibes? I know Braves fans don't like Met fans. All right, folks. Here's the 0-2 pitch right now. Ooh, challenge. That's a good challenge. Strike three. That's going to end the inning, folks. That's going to end the inning. That's going to be strike three. Good challenge, Alvarez. That's the end of the inning. Mets challenge it. Strike three. Big challenge there for Alvarez. Massive, massive challenge there. Look, the Braves do get back in the game, though. They make Christian Scott throw about 30 pitches. And, no, but they do tolerate us. I imagine. I've been to Georgia before, Atlanta, Georgia, but I've never been to a Braves game. But I know for sure if I went there with a Mets jersey, they would not, Braves fans do not like the Mets. All right, folks, we're going to the second inning. This first inning took 40 minutes. The top of the first and bottom of the first took 40 minutes. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen that happen. I just saw something on ESPN. Congress asks MLB to take action after Bryce Harper betting video. What's that about? Star Wars, what's that about? ESPN says that the Congress asks MLB to take action after Bryce Harper betting video. Let me read it. Okay, U.S. Senator Richard Blumenthal, Deacon, and 2 House representatives want Major League Baseball and its players' unions to prohibit promotional deals with betting operators, such as a personalized greeting featuring Philly star Bryce Harper that was sent to a VIP gambler by a sportsbook. We write to demand an end to the MLB and MLBP Players Association policies that enable this type of predatory promotion. My goodness. It's pretty interesting right there. Look, I do think baseball could be delayed next season, but I just really hope that we don't lose the 2027 season. I really hope that we don't. I really hope that the people from MLB and the Players Association can come to an agreement. Jairo says, okay, hold on, let me see. The pitch to Lindor is gonna be ball one. Mets getting hot. Gotta ask yourself, where was all the energy in April? I'm telling you. Beautiful park, they won't harass you. All right, we got Trey Walsh. What's up, Trey? Strike one to Lindor, 1-1. Zent is here. What's up, Zent? We got Gavin Corner. Gavin is here. What's going on, Gavin? Mets are Braves daddy. I won't say that. The Braves are 19.5 games in front of the Mets, so I would not say that. And this game's not over. Here's the 1-1 pitch right now. We're in the top of the second. Lindor takes a ball outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Look, the Mets, if this could be a win, if they could find a way to get Elder out of this game in like the second or third inning. 2-1. Lindor hits that ball pretty well. And it's going to be off the wall. Lindor's going to second. No, strong throw by Acuna. But he's going to be safe at second base. That was really close. Really, really close. They hit each other pretty hard. Lindor sliding into second base. But Acuna has a strong, strong arm. Perfect throw. I mean, a one-hop throw. Let's see if he was truly safe. Oh, yeah, he's safe. Ooh, was he? Let's see here. Oh, yeah, Lindor was safe. Yeah, Lindor was definitely safe. So it's a leadoff double, folks, for Lindor. 7th hit of the game. Let's go. Nah, keeping Elder in. Mets are 100% winning. All right, look. First pitch to Bichette. Bichette takes a strike. Bichette is 6 for his last 6. He was 5 for 5 yesterday, 1 for 1 today. 265 average right now. 11 home runs, 60 RBIs. Look, I'm going to talk about Bichette after. 0-1. That's grounded to the shortstop. That's going to end. Yep. So Bichette retired. 1 away. Look, Bichette. I was very disappointed with how Bichette started off the season. April and May were really, really bad, folks. I mean, really, really bad. But look, he's found a way to really start hitting the baseball well. And do I want Bichette back? I want Bo Bichette back. I do. Carson Bench takes a strike. I want Bo Bichette back. Shout out to Nelly for the follow on TikTok. I appreciate you. And also Carol Scott for sharing this live. I see Nelly, the profile picture, has a Mets hat on, so shout out. Look, I love when Met fans join here. I mean, I always say this, us Met fans got to stay together. I agree. I also think we got, let me see, 6-7. We got, let me see here. We have P. Tupac. I appreciate you with the follow. I want him back too. Yeah. 0-2, that's going to miss outside. 1-2. Nah, Bo gotta go. Edwin, look. The reason why I don't mind Bo back for one more year at least. One more year. Let me tell you after this. 1-2. Ben swings and misses. Strike 3. Good pitch. Look, the Mets prospect that they drafted last year, if I'm not mistaken, Mitch Voigt, this guy's on fire. If he keeps doing what he's doing, I'm not saying bring him up this year. But if he's doing what he's doing this year and next year he's doing some of that, you're going to have to get ready to bring this guy up. Jared Young takes a ball up high. He is looking impressive. Lou Barry, Mets are back. Look, Mets are playing a good stretch of baseball, but I want to see how they're going to play in Citi Field, honestly. Let me see the 1-0 pitch. We got a comment from Gilbert on YouTube. That's going to be hit to right field. And that's going to drop in front of Acuna. Lindor is going to go home and score. Jared Young will stay at first base, though. His second hit of the night. And the Mets got the 6-2 lead now. Wow. 3 hits for Jared Young yesterday, 2 today. I watched Jared Young a lot in this World Baseball Classic. He played for Team Canada. And he was pretty good. Now, I didn't like him being the starter for the Mets, at least for money moments. But he's put me to make me be silent. Jared Young. Simeon has a base hit right now. Wow. 9 hits in the first 2 innings for the Mets. I'm going to get back. Okay. Gilbert, how are you? Hey, Gilbert, I'm doing good, man. Look, I was coaching in the baseball playoffs this past week. The intensity of coaching in the playoffs. Folks, we're going to the finals this week. It's going to be intense. Oh, my goodness. I'm doing good, Gilbert, though. How you doing, man? Let's see Brett Beatty right now. First pitch. Ball 1. Oh, no, strike 1. Sorry. Mets are finally playing good baseball. Keep up the great work, Sammy, bringing us the Mets games. Hey, 100%. You already know, Gilbert. I appreciate you being here. We got to keep having Met fans here with us. Here's the 0-1. Brett Beatty takes outside 1-1. Good luck on that. Hey, I really appreciate that. But I'm telling you, coaching in a playoff game, the intensity, even if the crowd is not that much people, but 1-1. Swing and a miss, Beatty. 2-1. Yeah, he's not gonna. Elder's gonna stay away. I don't see Elder coming in. Coaching, I'm telling you, man, it is. It's a privilege, but it is some serious stuff. And I'm telling you, the intensity of the playoffs is just, it is no joke, folks. I tell you all. All right, here's the 1-2 pitch to Brett Beatty. Misses low. Man, that changeup just drops. Bryce Elder's struggling in this game. He's up to 51 pitches, 6 runs. All right, here's the 2-2 pitch. Ball 3. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Now the runners are going to get a head start. And look, on the broadcast, the Mets broadcasters just said that the Braves used their bullpen a lot yesterday. So they need some length. They need some length from Elder. Not a good start. 3-2. Fouled. Going to do it again at 3-2. So not a good start for the Braves in that regard. But hey, look, we take it, man. We have Kanai here. Juan E.T. is here. The Ultimate X. Gary. It's amazing. When the Mets were playing garbage baseball, no, all jokes aside, a lot of Met fans were not coming onto the live stream. I'm going to be honest. But now that the Mets have been playing a little bit better, Beatty takes ball 4. Bases are loaded. Wow. Elder was up 0-2 and loses him. And there's nobody up in the bullpen. So, yeah, now the Braves are going to start getting some action. And Jeremy Hefner's going to come for a mound visit. But, yeah, look. A lot more Met fans have been more interested to watch the Mets. And I'm happy about that. If you keep Bo one more year, then Rojas or Voit should be ready. That's what I'm saying, TCK. Like, the way that Voit is playing and then Jefferson, Rojas, bring Bo back one more year. Now, the Mets opted to bring him back. It's Bo that needs to opt in, you know? Shout out to E.T. Winning cures everything, including followers. E.T., I'm telling you, it does, because we have 53 people on TikTok right now. I'm telling you, when the Mets were playing bad, we're talking about Met fans, they just done with it. They over it. They don't want to watch the team. And I get it. But I made the commitment since opening day, since spring training, and since the World Baseball Classic. I've been live streaming, and we're here. E.T., I appreciate again the follow. Here's Polanco now. First pitch to him. Strike 1. That's a good pitch. Sinker for a strike. Oh, Polanco, please put a, open this game up a little more, Polanco, please. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Polanco grounds it to the first baseman. Olsen's there, and that's going to end the inning. Look, the Mets do get one more run, though, and they make it a 6-2 lead right now. So let's go, Mets. Let us see here right now. I'm somebody that when I go live, I 100% love to give shout outs to the people that join. Alex says, bro, RIP my Braves money line. Alex, is your money line just for the Braves to win, or is it just for them to win, or, you have something special with that? All right, look, there's a few games going on right now. Somebody just said put on Baltimore. So Baltimore's playing the Twins right now. Look, I'm putting that game on now, split screen. Anybody have any other requests, let me know, and I could put that game on. Of course, the title and scoreboard is going to stay for the Mets-Braves game, and that will be the priority. And as speaking of that, the Twins get themselves a single, and the Twins have runners at first and second with nobody out in the bottom of the second inning. So let me know if any of you have any requests for a game that you want me to talk about. The Mets and Braves game is the priority, but with MLB, you can split screen the game, so let me know. Just for them to win. Look, Alex, game's not over. The Braves can get hot offensively. And as a Met fan, I know. Menino's in the building. What's going on, Menino? Edwin, I appreciate you for the follow. Emmett Melvin, I also appreciate you for the follow. I put 1,000 for Baltimore to twin on Kaushi. Go ball. Well, actually, it's the Twins. The Twins are the one that have first and second. That's going to be a strike right there to the Twins. The Twins are batting. Mets going to make the playoffs. You gotta believe from Bellstar. Hey, but Bellstar, I am not about to argue with you. It's gonna take a miracle, but hey, that's gonna be a swing and a miss. It's a 1-2 count to the Minnesota Twins. So the Mets game is back on right now. Here's the pitch from Christian Scott. Ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Scott. That's going to be fouled away. 1 ball, 1 strike. We got Kaloy. Kaloy is here. I appreciate you with the follow and slapping the bass, playing covers. Hey, shout out to you. That guitar or the bass is fire. The vibes are back. We got, okay, 1-1. That's going to be fouled away again. 1-2. We got Blink. I appreciate Blink with the follow. Bellstar, it's been done before by Lindor, 33-7 in 2017. Hey, I hope it happens. Baltimore to win. Min, who you got? All right. Grounded to Simeon. Simeon went away to start off the inning. Okay, so that's a strikeout for the Twins. Baltimore is pitching, and there is 1 out in the bottom of the second. 2 on. That's going to be a ball inside. Look, I'm going to go with Baltimore. Why? Because of Pete Alonso. You know, I'm a Mets fan, so I'm going to go with Baltimore. The Twins have been struggling, but Baltimore's been playing a little bit better lately. So I hope, you know, I hope they could win. Okay, so let's see. You know, I've been thinking even though this season stinks, I'm going to still enjoy baseball we have. I agree. That's going to be hit to the bat, all the way to the wall. Sean Murphy is going to have himself a 1-out double. Yeah, I agree. Hey, Blink, what's up? I appreciate you, man. Braves a cook from JT. Game's still early. It's a 1-2 count right now to the player for the Twins. And yeah, look, Christian Scott, he's not off to a good start in this game. Not a good start at all in this game for Christian Scott. They're showing Pete Alonso right now. Pete Alonso had his first 2-home run game with the Baltimore Orioles. I believe it was yesterday. Here's Drake Baldwin, who's the leadoff hitter. First pitch, misses high. Oh, wow. Umpire called it a strike, but that was a ball. And that's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So we got 2 outs. So the Twins have first and second, no outs. And now 2 strikeouts. Baltimore needs 1 out to get away from it. Christian Scott pitches it. That's going to be hit to left field. Beatty's there. Look, Beatty hit a grand slam today. Respect. I do not like Brett Beatty in the outfield. I'm just going to say that. But look, what can I say, man? Brett Beatty in the outfield, I just don't like it. But Ronald Acuna is up right now. And it's 2 outs, runner at second base. There is most likely going to be no baseball next year, and we are going to have to withdraw. Oh, swing and a miss by Acuna. You know, one thing next year, if there's no baseball, which I'm going to believe there's going to be baseball, but it could be delayed. Going to have to watch a lot of games from old and stream them, you know. Watch the classics. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Acuna. Here it is. Hit pretty well to right field. This may be gone. Nope, Benj is there. Benj makes the play, and that's going to retire the side. So the Braves get a runner at second, but they don't score. We're going to the third. Mets lead 6-2. It's a 3-0 count right now. The Twins have an opportunity. Let's see if they can get another runner on or get a clutch hit from the 9-hitter. Hey! Strike 1, 3-1. JT, I appreciate you with the follow. So let's enjoy it even if it's good or bad for the rest of the year. Michael Cepeda, that's a great point, and I agree. We got to enjoy it. Brian, look, the CBA, the players, the contract between the union, 3-1, swing and a miss, 3-2, the contract's going to end. And the players union, the owners, they are not on good terms right now. And a lot of people are predicting that there will be the lockout because they're just not going to be able to agree, especially with what the Dodgers are doing. And there's a lot more. So, you know, but I'm trying to stay confident and optimistic. Popped up, and that's going to be fouled away. So the Twins, it's 3-2 count. The 9 hitters, Cradler is hitting for the Twins. Rogers is pitching for the Orioles. Bottom of the second inning, 3-2 count. Let's see here the pitch there. The Mets are leading this game 6-2. We're in the third inning in a commercial break right now. Let's see the pitch here right now. 3-2 pitch. The runners will get a head start. Here it is. That's going to be hit to the shortstop. Henderson makes the play, and that is going to end the inning. So the Twins have first and second, no outs, and they do not score. Also, you think Jared Young is going to be the first baseman next year? I hope not. Look, if Jared Young could be in the NBA, it's the equivalent of a sixth man. Give him, maybe a pinch hitter off the bench. I know what Jared Young is doing this year is amazing, but I'm not going to sit here and say I want him to be our starting first baseman. I would want him to be, a player off the bench. That's how I feel. I like him. He plays good for the Mets. He's been having a great year. I love him as a Tyrone Taylor of the infield. I agree. But he's not an everyday starter. Good piece to have, though. I agree. 100%. All right, folks. We're in the third inning right now. Francisco Alvarez is batting. Here is the first pitch. That's going to be in there. Strike one. Look, Bryce Elder's still out there. Bryce Elder is up to 57 pitches. 0-1. Fouled. 0-2. The Mets, in the first 2 innings, they had 8 different hitters get a hit. That's incredible. That means only one person in the lineup doesn't have a hit. Only one. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Foul tipped to stay alive. 1-2. We're gonna 0-2. We're gonna do it again. So yeah, folks. Look, let's see, man. But we gotta enjoy baseball. There could definitely be a delay with baseball next year. So I'm looking to enjoy it. 0-2. Misses outside. 1-2. And speaking of that, folks, let me let you all know about the playoffs. Because look, the playoffs is coming up. And the schedules are already announced. 1-2. Grounded. Could be a swinging. Nah, not a swinging bunt. Riley makes a nice play. That's going to be the first out of the inning. Nice play there by Riley. Look, the MLB, they put out already the schedule for the playoffs. The playoffs, let me see where that post is at. Okay, I got it. All right. I am going to tell you all because they already put out the schedule for the... They already put out the schedule, So I want to talk a little bit about the playoff schedule because I am extremely excited to be live streaming. AJ Ewing, this is his third at-bat of the game in the third inning. He swings and fouls it back. Strike one. I 100%, I 100% want to... I'm excited for the playoffs. Oh, boy, challenge it, AJ Ewing. Oh, boy, strike two. It was a bad call there. But the umpire's been bad in this game so far. Let's just say that. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Fouled. Gonna do it again. But, yeah, folks, so... Really, really important for the playoffs. I cannot wait to live stream. This is going to be my first ever MLB playoffs live streaming. Misses low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. I've never live streamed the MLB playoffs. This is going to be my first time. And I've done the NFL playoffs, the Super Bowl. I've done the NBA playoffs, college baseball final, and college basketball final. 1-2. Ewing takes a ball. 2-2. I've done the FIFA World Cup. Now it's time for the MLB playoffs. And look, when is the MLB playoffs going to start? The wild card round. I'm going to let you all know in a few. Here's the 2-2 pitch from Elder. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Ewing strikes out there. Knowing David Stearns, he will make him the everyday first baseman because he brought him in and has a positive effect. David Stearns, man. Look, all right. The wild card rounds for the National League and the American League, they are going to be starting on September 29th through October 1st. Oh boy, you guys have no idea how I'm excited about that. Lindor, ball one. You all have no idea. September 29th till October 1st, the wild card round. Oh my goodness. You all, no idea. 1-0 to Lindor. Misses 2-0. I am extremely ready for that. Now, the ALDS and the NLDS, they are both going to start on October 3rd. 2-0 pitch. That misses outside, but the umpire calls it a strike. 2-1. Again, the umpire started off this game really bad. The ALCS is going to start October 12th. And the NLCS is going to start October 11th. 2-1 pitches coming up now, folks. Here's the 2-1. Lindor takes a ball out. 3-1. And then the World Series. Sis, I love you too. Thank you always for being here. Have a great rest of your night. Hope you had a great start to your day as well. Here's the 3-1 pitch coming up to Francisco Lindor. Lindor fouls it away. Full count. The World Series is going to start October 23rd. So from September 29th till the latest October 31st, we are going to have playoff baseball. And I am extremely excited. Here's a 3-2 pitch. Lindor fouls it away again. Bryce Elder, he's in his third inning of work. He's up to 73 pitches. So I hope the Mets can knock him out. I would love for them to knock him out this inning, 2-out rally. But at least if not, maybe knock him out in the fourth. Can't let him go 5. Don't let him go 5. Make the Braves bullpen have to give you 6. 3-2. Lindor, if it stays fair, it's going to be gone. And it is out of here. Francisco Lindor, solo home run. And now the Mets lead it 7-2. Just as I was talking about a 2-out rally to knock out Bryce Elder of the game, Lindor 107.7 off the bat exit velo. As soon as it was hit, I knew it was gone as long as it was fair. Let's go, man. Let's go. Bichette right now. Swing and a miss, strike one. Folks, just imagine this. If this Mets offense were to play like this and you add a Juan Soto that's on fire as well, that's pretty interesting right there. I'm going to be honest with you. That's pretty interesting. That is pretty interesting. I'm going to be honest with you all. 0-1 pitch. Bichette swing and a miss, 0-2. That is pretty impressive there, you know? Pretty impressive. Bichette hits it to right field, but Acuña's there, makes the play. So that is going to retire the side, but Lindor hits a home run, and the Mets now lead 7-2. Also, do you see what Billy Amick is doing in Double-A? He's playing like Barry Bonds. He's the guy from Minnesota. I did, man. I'm telling you, every day I try to check out Mets content, Mets news, every day, so that when I'm coming on here, I'm not just, making up stuff, but I'm talking about things that are even going on. And all right, let me say, and Howie Rose documentary debuting next week on SNY. I'm gonna have to watch that and talk about that. Okay, they have a post about Carson Bench. First 30 games of the year, 179 average, 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, 6 stolen base, 498 OPS. His last 83 games, 298 average, 11 home runs, 41 RBIs, 12 stolen base, 814 OPS. Is incredible. Now, let me see here. He's in the top 3 in OPS in rookies. Newly acquired Mets have been cooking. Billy Amick with the Mets organization since the trade. He's hitting 333, 5 home runs, 13 RBIs, OPS, 4 digits, 1,387. That's in the AJ Minter deal. And Bruin Agbiani hasn't even played yet. Aiden Smith, 455 average, 4 home runs, 8 RBIs, 1456 OPS. Emilian Pitre, 421, 42. He's batting 421, 8 hits, 1 RBI. And that was in the Freddie Peralta trade. Sammy Stafara, 353 average, 4 doubles, 7 runs scored. Ball 1 to Matt Olson. That was in the Luke Weaver trade. And Mitch Voigt, who the Mets drafted, he's batting 550 in Double-A in his first 11 games there. That's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. 1-0. Misses high. 2-0. And the Twins just actually took a 1-0 lead with a solo home run. 550 in 11 games, 22 hits, 19 runs, and his OPS is 1483. That's incredible. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. 2 balls and 1 strike right now. Let's see here. Michael Cepeda, I'm telling you, it's no joke what they've been doing. All right, here's the 2-1 pitch right now to Olsen. That may be, if it's fair, it's gone. Foul ball. If that was fair, that was gone. Wow. That was, you know that guy that he zooms in the camera to him? Cranked. That's how I felt right now. I took the Mets money line right before the bases loaded in the first and closed on Great Valley. Hey, Josh, shout out to you, man. Wild card, we on the way. Hey, the Mets right now is incredible. I ain't gonna lie. Here's the 2-2 pitch. That's gonna be fouled back. Don't want to talk about it. Double A's, what you don't want to talk about? What you don't want to talk about? Is it 5 now? Not John. Is not John. What do you mean 5? The win streak, the Mets are 5-6 in their last 6 games. 2-2 pitch. Ooh, strike 3. Olsen froze with the backdoor sweeper. Stearns may have cooked. Not John. Maybe. This is why I'm saying that the prospect ranking, you can't go crazy with that because it takes time sometimes, you know? If we keep developing, we might be good at second base and first base in the future. I agree. And also, you know what Mitch Voigt reminds me of? Minor League David Wright. Call me crazy. Hey, look. When the Mets drafted him, Michael, when's the last time? I don't remember. Serious. I'm going to tell you after this pitch here. Here's the 1-0 pitch right now. Right down the middle, strike 1. Michael, when was the last time that, I don't know, the Mets drafted somebody and within 1 year, we already talking about them? I don't know, man. 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Like, Mitch Voigt. Let me see. Let me see here. Okay. When... Okay, let me say this now. The Mets drafted Mitch Voigt July 13th, 2025. We're talking about literally 13 months. Misses high, 2-2. 13 months ago. And we already talking about him. I don't remember. Normally when the Mets draft somebody, for me, it takes a long time to talk about them because, you know, they don't usually make that quick of an impact. Ball 3. But this guy, Mitch, he is showing to be a stud early. I know it's early, but he is looking pretty impressive. He is, and, you know, it's amazing. Here's the 3-2 pitch right now. That's hit pretty well to left field. Beatty's there, though, and Beatty's going to make that play. 2 away right now. Mario's here. Yanni's here, Stu, User, Tony the Great, Cool Dude, Steezy, Thomas, the Ultimate X, El Super. Nobody. The only person that comes to mind is David Peterson. Maybe he comes to mind for you, but he didn't come to mind for me. I don't remember much about David Peterson. Serious. Like David Wright, growing up, I was hearing a lot about him. Albies grounds the first one to the first baseman. Young is there. 1, 2, 3 inning, folks. 1, 2, 3 inning. We're going to the fourth. He developed for 2 years and was an MLB pitcher. All right. I'm telling you, I have not heard as much as we're hearing about Mitch Voigt, and it's pretty impressive. Now, I get it. Social media is different, but hey, I'm telling you. Give me a moment, folks. I got to get me some water real fast. I am very thirsty right now. 100%. I need some water right now. Sorry, give me a moment. Had to get me some water real fast and be able to, quench my thirst, because I definitely need some water right now. It is very, very important for me to have some water right now. And look, folks, let's go Mets, folks. We're going to the fourth inning right now. The Mets do lead this game right now, 7-2. Let's get some water now, folks. Mets lead this game. It is amazing to just be able to drink water sometimes. It is absolutely amazing. Oh, boy. All right, folks, I'm going to give a quick update around the MLB. And let people know, what's going on in regards of the scores around the league. Give me one moment here, and I am going to be able to, excuse me. I'm going to be able to do that real fast. All right, so the Red Sox and Blue Jays are playing. Red Sox are in danger of losing their third in a row. If they lose this game, Blue Jays are up 1-0. The Mets and Braves 7-2. The Twins lead the Orioles 1-0. Phillies lead the Cardinals 2-0. And then the rest of the games haven't started. Rangers, Angels 9:38. Rockies, Diamondbacks 9:40. Ball one of the inning. Brewers, Padres, a good matchup, 9:40 Eastern time. Also 9:40, Rays and Athletics. Astros, Giants, strike one. Astros, Giants at 9:45. And Benj is going to challenge this, and he may win this. Royals versus Dodgers at 10:10. Yep, Benj wins the challenge, folks. 2-0. I guess you can put Carson Benj was drafted in 2024 and developed in 1.5. All right. Yeah, that's fair. That's definitely fair. Here's a 2-0 pitch. Swing and a miss. 2 balls, 1 strike. Sam Hug, think this one is over. Look, I don't think it's over, but the Mets have a heavy advantage because the Braves used their bullpen a lot yesterday. 2-1. Swing and a miss. The Braves used their bullpen a lot yesterday, and Elder is giving up 7 runs, 81 pitches. He's only in the 4th inning, and the Braves still have him in. That tells a lot right there. They need some type of length from him. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Hit hard. Foul ball. So, if the Mets can find a way to make this, even if the 5th, you can make Elder. Of course, we would love the 4th, but if you could make this or the 4th or the 5th, the last inning, that'd be massive. Massive, because you're going to work the bullpen. 2-2. Bench takes low. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Schoolboy and Ohtani tonight, too. Hey, that's going to probably be a good one. Uh-oh, Jay Studs is in the building. Appreciate you sending the heart, Jay Studs. Really appreciate you. Here's the 3-2 pitch right now. 3-2 pitch to Benj. Here it is. Hit hard. Third baseman Riley. Nice play. Makes the throw. 1 away. Nice play there by Riley. Mets win 30 of the next 35. Our Red Sox run to the playoffs. Jay Studs. I'm telling you, man. Can you imagine if something like that were to happen? If something like that were to happen, oh my goodness. Words won't even be able to express the amount of joy that I would have. I am telling you, folks. All right, that is strike one to Jared Young. Strike one there to him. I'm telling you, what that would do if the Mets were to make that miracle run. Huh. Tears of joy, I'm telling you. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Strike one. Oh, strike two, excuse me. You know, we have to give Andy Green some credit, even though he is not a manager. I agree. But the development he has on these players is incredible. I love how he pushes these guys to their limits. I agree. 0-2. Tapped to the shortstop and 2 away. 100%. We could give him credit, and he's already said he doesn't want to be the manager. So that's a pretty good decision, too, to even say that ahead. Could be, you know, it's something to take the doubt out of people in the reporters. Oh, but what about this? You know, you got to give them some credit. And look, we got to give the Mets some credit for some of the things that they're doing with the young people. You know, we got to give them some credit. All right, here's Marcus Semien right now. He's going to take a ball low. 1 ball, no strike. Bryce Elder's pitch count is up to 88 pitches. Can you get him at least to 90 this inning? Don't swing here, Semien. Take here. 1-0. That's going to be a strike. 1-1. So, yes, he will get to at least 90 pitches this inning, at least. Tuck, you think it's over? Personally, I don't think it's over, but the Mets have a heavy advantage. 1-1. Semien grounds it foul. 1-2. Even though Scott pitch count is high, I'd push him to go to the 6. I'd tell him to figure it out. Hey, I like that. I like it. I definitely like it. He hasn't been doing that at all. He's done it, I think, once this season to the 6th. He's got to have to get over that hurdle. I agree with that. Here's the 1-2 pitch to Semien. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So, first 1-2-3 inning for Elder. You an MLB pitcher, not a prospect. If he wants to be a starting pitcher 3, he has to go 5 or more innings consistently. 100%, I agree with that, Michael Cepeda. And look, we're in the 4th now. He's up to 53 pitches. To get 9 outs with 47 pitches. If he throws 47 more pitches, he'll be exactly at 100. I don't see the Mets passing that. But it's not much to ask him to get 9 more outs with 47 pitches. Now, it's been challenging for him. I will say that. But let's hope that he can do it. Look, folks, if you're on YouTube, if you're on TikTok, I want to ask all of you for help to like, share, subscribe. On TikTok, we are 50 more followers to have our first ever 2K. And on YouTube, we are up to 912 subs. We are 88 away from the first 1K. And about 3 more weeks, this month will finish. Without a doubt, I want to reach 1K before this month ends. So I 100% ask you to share this with your friends. For you that you're with me, to subscribe on YouTube, to follow on TikTok. All of the social medias are above. The same name for all the channels. And continue to help this channel grow. As this channel continues to grow, we are going to be doing amazing things. We're going to be doing amazing things. So I'm really excited about it. So I definitely ask you all to like, share, subscribe. Share this with other Met fans, Braves fans, baseball fans. Share this with friends, family. Text it to them so that they can subscribe. Thank you all very much. Definitely, I appreciate you. All right, folks. Here's the first pitch of the inning. That's going to be in there. Strike 1 from Christian Scott. Who's your favorite New York football team? Look, I am a Jets fan. The New York Jets are my team. Been tough times, but hey, in the good and the bad, I stay with my teams. 0-1. That's going to be fouled away. 0-2. Gilbert says, Sammy, if there is a baseball strike, the players don't get paid during the strike, and the owners have no fans. So that equals no money for them either, correct? Yes, it does. 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Swing! Did he check? Oh, boy, Blue. I thought he definitely went there. Oh, boy. if, let me verify, if there is a MLB strike, players, they don't. MLB players do not get paid their base salaries during a work stoppage or strike or lockout. That's going to be popped foul. So yeah, look, that's why I'm hoping that some of these people can just make it work. KD, I appreciate the follow. Look, the owners won't be making money in the stadiums, and the players won't be making money. 1-2. Grounded to Simeon. He's there. Makes the throw. One away. So I definitely hope. Do you truly think there will be a lockout? No. But I do think. Look, the CBA expires in December. So December, January, February. December and January. Let's just say those 2 months. I don't know, man. I personally, I don't think so. I think maybe there could be a delay, but in spring training, but I don't think so. I'm just trying to be optimistic. Robert, I appreciate you for sending the heart. The gift, appreciated. Riley takes a ball up high. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Misses outside. 2 balls, no strike right now. 2 balls, no strike. Ozzy's here. John, Skyview, cool dude. Peter is here. Orlando, Steezy. Dukes is here. Michael Cepeda, the Ultimate X. Orlando Ramirez is here. Orlando, I appreciate you sending the live. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Skyview 78, I appreciate you sending the heart. Orlando with another live. Thank you very much for the support. Stu 219, the Ultimate X is here. 2-1. That's hit pretty well to right field. Is it going to stay fair? Is it going to go out of play? Benj. He's going to lose it because it's out of play. Skyview, I also appreciate you with the follow on TikTok. 48 more followers on TikTok for us to reach our first ever 2K. Can we reach the 2K in this game? Like Kevin Garnett said, anything's possible. Bro, I really hope no lockout. Me neither. I definitely hope that there's no lockout. But we got to enjoy the baseball we have now. I will say that, though. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Hit to over the glove of Jared Young. That's going to be a 1-out single. The Braves have a base runner right now. And yes, folks, the Mets, they put Devin Williams on the injured list. Devin Williams is on the injured list, folks. So he's going to be out for a little bit of time. Orlando, I also appreciate you for the follow. Thank you very much. Here's the pitch right now to the shortstop for the Braves, Jarvis. That's going to be in there. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike now. Folks, look, if any of you have any games you want to recommend for me to do, feel free to let me know. And 100%, I'm willing to do that. To let you all know. 0-1. That's going to miss high. 1-1. Definitely, if you have any other events or any games you want me to check on, you can 100% feel free and let me know. All right, here's the 1-1 pitch right now. Here it is. Misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Come on, Christian Scott. Do not let the Braves have a big inning. Do not let the Braves have a big inning, Christian Scott. Don't do it. Let's go, Christian Scott. All right, here's the 2-1 pitch right now. Here it is. Misses inside, 3-1. So he gave up a single. He's a ball away from walking the 8-hitter and, having a little bit of a little rally for the Braves. So this is definitely a big thing here. All right, here is the 3-1 pitch. Misses outside. So not a good job by Christian Scott. And this is where the Mets have to... This is where he has to figure it out. Look, as a pitcher, to be perfect, it just doesn't exist. You're gonna have mess ups. It's just a reality. But saying that, he's gonna have to find ways to go 5, 6 innings, get into the 6th inning. And granted, that's his first walk of the game, okay, but he's up to 68 pitches already. He's up to 68. JJ, you think the Braves got a chance? I do, 100%. I do, but I'm hoping the Mets can get this W. Strike one. I'm a Mets fan, but I'm telling you, the Braves, this game's not over. It's only the 4th inning. What is going on? I'm telling you, the pitcher for the Braves, Bryce Elder, he just did not have it. Did not have it. He's still pitching too, by the way. The Braves don't have much bullpen. 0-1. Misses. 1-1. The Braves used their bullpen a lot yesterday in an extra inning game. Orlando sending the freestyles. We got Kirk is here. Let's see. Alex is here. 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. We need a double play right here. If the Mets never existed, would you be a Yankees, Dodgers, or Giants fan? It depends who would be the New York team. I've stood pretty faithful with. I'm from New York. My favorite teams are from New York. I've stood pretty faithful with that. You must be happy the Mets on a hot streak. I'm happy, Alex, but look, I'll be more happy if this team was more competitive for the whole season. But hey, let's see. I'm going to enjoy these last 2 months. Here's the 1-2 pitch right now. Big pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. So that's going to be the 2nd out of the inning. The 5th strikeout for Christian Scott. But Drake Baldwin, the leadoff hitter, is coming up. And look, the Braves, they are double away. They are a 3-run home run away. 1 swing away from, they're 1 swing away from making this a close game. The game's not over. Steve Braun says, I love my Mets, but man, it has been a roller coaster. I agree. Here's the pitch right now to Baldwin. Grounded, base hit. Riley to third, waved home. The throw, and he's going to score. So is what I'm saying. RBI single, and now it's a 4-run game. And Christian Scott, again, he walks, but, this is what he got. Mets gave him a 5-0 lead, a 7-2 lead. You can't throw that away, man. I'm from New York, but I'm watching the Mets because the Yankees don't play today. All right, respect Orlando, 100%. Yeah, the Mets have definitely been a roller coaster. Look, I hope they could finish off the season strong. That's all I can ask. The 50s back in the old Brooklyn Stadium is interesting to think about. I agree. I definitely agree. Look, I've been pretty faithful. My teams are the New York teams. But now talking about the New York Yankees a few moments ago from the comment, man, George Lombard Jr., I'm not a Yankee fan, but he looks impressive, George Lombard Jr. I got to throw that out there. George Lombard Jr., he looks very, very impressive from what we're seeing from him, all jokes aside. I mean, he looks like he is going to be a special player. I mean, I feel so bad for Volpe. I mean, he's a grown man, what can you say? But I feel bad for him because he has, there could be a 20-minute video of just errors of Volpe. It's incredible. Here's the pitch to Acuna. Acuna's trying to make it a 1-run game. I'm telling you, folks. He's trying to make it a 1-run game. Is what I'm saying why the game's not over. Acuna's up, 1 swing, just like we saw versus the Cleveland game when it was a 4-run game and Nathaniel Lowe hit a 3-run home run. And Scott is up to 74 pitches. Here's his 75th right here. 0-1. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. I mean, it's not him. Fault the expectations they had for him. Anthony Volpe had a chance. He just blew it. He was consistent. But, okay. But how did Anthony... I didn't watch him that much. How did he win a Gold Glove? Serious. Was that a fluke? Swing and a miss. Strike 2. 1-2. Was Anthony, in his Gold Glove year, was he that good? Because how do you get a Gold Glove and then go to what happened to him? I don't understand that. That's just confusing to me. How did that happen to him? Here's the 1-2. Misses outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Christian Scott is already up to 77 pitches. He's about to throw his 78th. What's good? I haven't been here for a minute. Grayson, what's going on, man? How you doing? Hope all is well. Like they were calling him the Italian Derek Jeter, huh?
Why did you leave for?
2-2 pitch right now. Here it is. Hit hard. Base hit. That's going to score 1 run for third, and he's going to be safe at third. So Acuna with a 2-out RBI single, and all of a sudden it's a 3-run game. This is why I said the game wasn't over, folks. Come on, Christian Scott. My goodness, man. You get a 5-0 lead, and you get a 7-2 lead. And you just absolutely can't do nothing about it. You walk the 8th hitter. I mean, and what's frustrating about that Christian Scott at bat, you walk him on 4 straight pitches, the 8 hitter. He's batting what, 200? Come on, man. In 2024, he was practically Derek Jeter. Wow. Like we were calling Nola McLean the Tom Seaver. We as baseball fans need to stop overhyping, bro. Well, I never called him Tom Seaver. Swing and a miss. Look, Olsen, he hits a home run now. We have a brand new game. It's going to be 7-7. So, I'm telling you, folks. Here's the 0-1 pitch here, folks. 80th pitch of the game. Hey, hard, foul. 0-2. So, Christian Scott is a strike away. Matt Olson is hitting for the Braves now. It was 5-0 for the Mets, and it was 7-2 Mets. Christian Scott is making this a little too close for comfort, and the Braves they're chipping away. Here's the 0-2 pitch. 1 swing away. Misses. 1-2. Like, what did Acuna do? He just had an RBI single. He had a good rookie year with his glove, but after that, he's just not been consistent and fell off, huh? Like not every prospect is gonna be Juan Soto, a stud at 18 years old. People gotta develop. I agree. Here's the 1-2 pitch. He went. Strike 3. All right, so that's gonna be strike 3. Christian Scott gets into trouble, gives up the 2 runs, but that's all. But the Braves are in the game, folks. It's 7-4 now. But the problem was that Volpe had a lot of pressure on him, and he is now trying too hard. Yeah, I can agree with the pressure part, because with how bad he's been, for me, so much of it is mental. Like, he is mentally just damaged from what I'm seeing. I'm telling you, man. I am telling you. That was a massive strikeout, Orlando. I agree. If you, the manager, would you push Scott and bring him out for the 5th? I'm telling him, look, batter by batter, I'll bring you out for the 5th. You walk somebody, you're done. You give up a hit, you're done. You got to get me an out. If they get a weak contact hit, maybe I'll leave you in, but you give up anything that's hit hard, you're done. So I would bring him out for the 5th, because, again, this is why I say the Mets game's not over. Look, the Mets, this bullpen, look, they've been doing okay for these last games, but they're still not a proven bullpen, you know? They're not a bullpen that we can sit here and say, yeah, they're proven and, you know, they're going to be great. No, they need to still have a lot to prove, you know? Granddaddy is here. What is going on, Granddaddy? How you doing? I hope all is well with you. Definitely happy to have you here with us. Definitely happy to have you here. We're at a commercial break right now, going to the 5th inning, folks. 5th inning is where we're going to right now. All right, folks. Yeah, Mets are going to need some more runs. I'm telling you. If Volpe, Mets are making the playoffs from hello you, If you believe in miracles, if Volpe went to the Mets or Red Sox, that would be the biggest villain arc ever, bruh.
Nah, but I wouldn't think it would be good for him to go for the Mets. It'd be good to go to small market now. Strike one to Brett Beatty. All is good, my friend, granddaddy. I'm really happy that you're good. That was 100% correct with the Anthony Volpe is mental. It is because, like, 0-1. There's no way that somebody that is broken like that, like the errors that he makes, every day he's making a different error. Like something that's never happened, he's doing it. 1-1. Misses. 2-1. And me seeing that, I'm like, yo, this is just how does a player get all the way up to the big leagues like that? 2-1 without being exposed earlier, you know? No, you mean to tell me no scout saw that? No scout saw that? Something happened mentally that he doesn't have the confidence in himself. Here's a 3-1 to Beatty. Beatty hits it high in the air, but it's going to stay in the yard. Left field, one away. Do you think the interim manager will be here next season? Or Andy Green? No, I don't. He said he doesn't want to do this. He wants to go back to his job. Orlando also sent the oldies. I appreciate you. We got two Alexes here. Sonny's here. Rubo is here. Tony the Great, cool dude. Here's Polanco. Ball one. Bryce Elder. Look, I'm going to give Bryce. Look, Michael Cepeda. Bryce Elder's about to throw his 98th pitches. If he goes 5 innings after giving up 7 runs, ball, 2-0. And Christian Scott can't go 5 innings after the Mets gave him a 5-0 and a 7-2 lead. That's a shame. That's just disappointing. He's about to throw his 99th pitch right now. 2-0. 3-0. If I'm Polanco, I'm taking here, man. I'm trying to get him out of the inning. I'm not trying to let Elder finish this inning. Me personally. I'm not swinging 3-0. I'm taking here. You got to throw me 2 strikes. Strike. Another one was Francisco Alvarez calling him Venezuela Mike Piazza. Bruh. 3-1. Ball 4. So the Mets have a base runner. Look, I don't think Alvarez is a top 10, but I definitely think he's top 15. Look, Alvarez has been better. I don't think he's top 10 though. Maybe 12, but I don't give him top 10. Alvarez. And speaking of Alvarez, he's up right now. And look, Elder's up to 101 pitches. I would love to see the Mets knock him out in this inning. Stay out of the double play, man. Stay out of the double play. Alvarez. Here's the pitch. Alvarez takes a ball low. Oh my gosh. His 102nd pitch. So what is Mendoza? What do you mean by what is Mendoza? Here's the 1-0 pitch right now to Francisco Alvarez. Strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 is the count right now, folks. Elder's thrown 103 pitches. Here's the 1-1 pitch, folks. Here it is. 2 balls, 1 strike. The Mets are about to flip the lineup for the 3rd time. So AJ Ewing is on deck for his 4th at-bat in the 5th inning. Here's the 2-1 pitch to Alvarez now. That's hit hard. Albies is able to get it. Nice play there. Double play. Damn it, man. That is a massive, massive double play right there, man. That ball was hit really hard, but that was a massive double play to get the Braves out of the 5th. And now they're going to come to bat. And the pressure's on Christian Scott because he's not pitching good today. Let's just say that. Christian Scott is not pitching good in this game, folks. Not at all. Let's hope that he can give the Mets a 5th inning. Right now we got Kent is here, Alex is here, Steezy, Michael, Luis Alberto, Wiley Cat is here, Cool Dude is here, Alex is also here. Jonathan, Sonny's here. Stu219, B48 Slider, Tony the Great. Tony the Great, I'm telling you, the Braves have a chance here. Peter is here. Alex is here. Granddaddy, Orlando Ramirez. Shout out to all of you for being here right now. Let me take a quick look at the other MLB scores. After the Yanks did absolutely nothing in the deadline, I don't know if we can knock off the Red Sox. I think a key, look, if the Red Sox can get Garrett Crochet back healthy, I think they will have a chance. I think they could beat the Yankees, but I think they're going to need him back. When does Garrett Crochet... Yeah, let's see. When does he pitch again? Garrett Crochet. Okay. Garrett Crochet, of course, he's not scheduled for a start. He's currently on the 60-day injured list with left shoulder inflammation and a lat strain. Though he recently resumed a light throwing program on flat ground, 50 to 60, a target date for his return has not been established. So, you know, that's tough. Bruh, Christian Scott, he's out. Unbelievable. Unbelievable from Christian Scott. That is just an absolute bad. Mets are bringing in Jonathan Pintaro. That's unbelievable. All right, here's Michael Harris. First pitch is going to be a strike. No balls and one strike right now. Wow. Mets give Christian Scott a 1-0 lead, a 5-0 lead, and a 7-2 lead. He doesn't even complete 5 innings. 0-1. That's going to be in there, strike 2. We got Welch Snacks. Beat Braves for my Phillies. Hey, Welch Snacks, the Mets led this game 7-2. I hope they could close the deal. I hope so. Here's the 0-2 pitch right now. Hit hard. Base hit. Nice piece of hitting there. We got Faku Beach. Bruh. Hopefully Schlittler can take them down again, bruh. Look, the Braves are back in this game. That's all I gotta say. If you are watching this game, you know very well, even though the Mets are up 7-4, this game's not over. And again, what's his name? Christian Scott just did not have a good game. Albies, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0 pitch right now. Here it is. Misses low, 2 balls, no strikes. Oh, trust me, I'm calm, but I've seen things like this happen before. Never forget that. Schlittler will not win the Cy Young. NC, who you think is going to win the Cy Young in the AL? Here's the 2-0 pitch right now to Albies. 3-0. Oh, boy. Double play coming up. Hey, I like it, but I don't like the Mets not bringing Christian Scott back out for the inning, at least for the 5th. I don't like it, but what can we say, man? What can we say? Here's the 3-0 pitch coming up. Here it is. Ball 4. 4-pitch walk. They should offer him to finish the 5th. I agree, but I'm telling you, man. Not a good start to the inning for the Mets right now. Not a good start at all. But, excuse me. Mets are imploding right now from Alex. Let's see. Let's keep watching the game and let's see. We're still only in the bottom of the 5th. Definitely in trouble now. I agree. All right. Here's the pitch now to the 6th hitter, Dubon. Here it is. Hit hard, but that's going to go foul. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Yeah, the Mets bullpen from opening day till now, there's nobody that was in opening day that's currently there, especially with Devin Williams going into the injury list today. Incredible. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hit hard. Maybe a double play. They get the out at second, and they're going to get the double play. All right, so the Mets do get a double play, and the runner's going to be at third base. So pitcher's best friend right there. They got it as Fa said it. They got the double play. And Orlando, yep, they got it. Let's see if they can get one more out without giving up a run. Called it out. Definitely, you called it out. JJ is here. Shada, Henry, Irene is here. Oh, boy. To the backstop. What in the world was that, Pintaro? Oh, my goodness. This ball was not even close. You just gift the Braves a run. What in the world was that? This ball was like 5 feet above. Like 5 feet. Oh my goodness, man. 5 feet above. And he's high again, 2-0. I'm coaching 17-year-olds and I've never even seen it like that. Come on now. What is that? Hopefully Soto is out the whole next year too. Got him. You a hater, got him. You a hater, got him. Hey, be careful, got him. Be careful when you say stuff like that because, them things find you in life. Be careful. Or text it, whatever. Be careful. Watch yourself, man. What is going on? I'm telling you, man. Mets are trying to give it away. 3-1. Yeah, Pintaro. This better be Pintaro's last inning. How is Pintaro a top 30 Mets prospect? This guy is hot. Oh, boy. Yeah, Pintaro's having a disgusting inning. I know he got the double play, but yikes. Here's the 3-1 pitch. Riley just helps him out swinging that ball 4. And we're going to have a 3-2 count right now. But I'm not confident that he's going to throw a strike right now. I think he's going to throw a ball, and I don't even think it's going to be close. But I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Here's a 3-2 pitch coming up. Here it is. Ball 4. Exactly what I felt was going to happen happened. Yeah, this better be Pintaro's only inning, man. This better be Pintaro's last inning, man. It's better. This is why, folks, when it was 5-0 in the first inning, I said game is not over. It's too early. It's just too early. Just doesn't mean. Funny clips. I'm telling you, the Mets swing and a miss. Strike 1. Nate Lavender's in the bullpen right now for the Mets. This is what I'm saying about the Mets. The Mets, shout out to who else? Got him. Got him. Sending the heart. I appreciate you, but you going hard with Soto. Swing and a miss, strike 2, but nonetheless appreciate you. But look, when this game started, 5-0, I've seen games start off like that before. And especially when the home team, they respond in the first. Game not over, man. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Misses. It's like sometimes, it's like Christian Scott. This is how I feel sometimes. It's like Christian Scott, it's like, oh, they gave me a 5-run lead. I'm good. I'm cool. It's like they don't come out with the same intensity. That's what I feel sometimes when you see the teams. 1-2, strike 3. So it was foul tip. Alvarez was able to hold on. That's going to end the inning. Folks, look, we are going now to the 6th inning. Let's see if the Mets can find a way to hold on into this game. I mean, this game has been an absolute roller coaster so far. Mets got 5 in the first. Braves got 2 in the, let me actually, before I even talk about that, let me fix the Mets record and the Braves record. The Braves, that is not the Braves record. 52-2. And there, all right. And the Braves are 71 and 47. There you go. So the Mets in the first got 5 runs, capped off by a grand slam by Brett Beatty. The Braves got back 2. But then the second, the Mets got 1. The third, the Mets got 1. Braves went scoreless. But in the fourth, the Braves get 2. And now in the fifth, the Braves get 1. So, look, folks, we got ourselves a game. We got ourselves a game. I'm just hoping that the Mets can hold this. Uh-oh. RB is here. Mets playing good lately. Late bloomers, I guess, bruh. Let's see, man. It's not personal. Oh, 100% got him. Definitely not personal. 100% respect. Mets still win. Stephen Curry, I like it. Unless they put... No, Devin Williams is on the... Excuse me. He's on the injured list. At this point, I'd trade Pantera for a dog treat just to get him out of my hair, bruh. Look, the Mets... Okay. If the Mets do what they did in the Guardians game, I think they'll win. But if the Mets expect to win this game 7-5, it's not happening. I don't believe it. For me, the Mets need to get 9 or 10 runs. For me. In no chance do I see the bullpen 6th, 7th, 8th, and the 9th 4 scoreless innings. I don't see it. Fa, I appreciate you with the follow. Let me see here. Let me see. Now they can come up in a couple of runs not coming up. I agree. This is absurd. TikTok removed my level 17 gifter badge just because I haven't gifted in a day, bruh. Yeah, TikTok be wilding sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. Like, they be suspending my lives, like, the things a lot. I followed this magic run is coming, brother. You gotta believe. Hey, I appreciate it, Fa. Your Mets might be selling, huh? Strike 2. 2 quick strikes. When you're gonna... we're gonna be 67 and 67 or 69 and 69. All right. Yours might be, huh? When you're a mint, you're funny. Bruh. Hey, we're gonna have to see, man. That's a ball. 1-2. By the way, Brent Sutter is in the game for the Braves right now. Let me update that. 1-2. Oof. Just misses outside. Just missed outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes right now. Brent Sutter. Strike 3. AJ Ewing strikes out looking at strike 3. You got to swing the bat right there, man. So Brent Sutter is in the game right now. And again, folks, the Braves, they have the momentum. Anybody that tells me the Braves don't have, the Braves have the momentum in this game. All right, Lindor's up right now. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes right now. Let's see here. Let's see, folks. All right, Lindor, 2 for 3 in the game, a double and a home run. Lindor takes a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. 1-1 is the count right now, folks. 1-1. That is the count right now. Lindor, if it stays fair, this one could be gone as well. But nope, this one is going to go foul. If that one could have stood fair, Lindor could have probably had his 2nd home run of the game. But that one went foul. So no, now it's 1-2 right there. Do you think the Mets selling out? Look, I'm not as confident when it was 5-0. 1-2. Lindor taps to the third baseman. Riley gets the glove down, makes the play. 2 away. So again, Braves got moved back-to-back series in New York. Mowed down. Yeah, they played in Citi Field and then Yankee Stadium. They lost the series, but now they're home. Braves have always been a really good home team as well. So, game is definitely still early, though. Still early, still in the 6th inning. Got a lot of outs to go with right now. Bo Bichette takes a ball inside. 1 ball, no strike. Bichette is 1 for 3 in this game. He has an RBI single in the 1st inning. 1-0. Misses high. Oh, my gosh, man. Challenge that pitch, though, Bichette. That's a ball. It's not even close, and the umpire's calling it a strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Here it is. Misses. 2 balls, 1 strike right now. 2 balls and 1 strike right now. Here's the 2-1 pitch right now. 3-1. Bichette, if it's anywhere close, 100% he's going to have the green light. Look, the Red Sox are in danger of losing their third in a row. They lost the series to the Athletics 3-1. Bichette swings that ball 4 and fouls it back. They're a strike away from having a 1-2-3 inning. But yeah, so the Red Sox are in danger of losing their third in a row. They're in danger of that. Let's see. Bichette takes ball 4. So the Mets have a runner at first base now. Yo, I also saw you play baseball. What position do you play? So I play. Look, I like to call myself a utility guy. Like, but if I had to choose one position, my primary position is a catcher. If not catcher, now I never wanted third base, but it was more of like, look, we trust you there, so I'm like, all right. And I've been playing third base now, and I'm starting to feel comfortable, but still got a lot of work to do. Strike 1, still got a lot of work to do there, but feeling comfortable. But also I'm willing to play left or right field. Not much of a center fielder, but look, I would do it, if it's needed for the team. Pick-off attempt, he's going to get back safe. They sell into the Braves, Flavor 50. Look, it's gotten closer, but as I've said, in the good and the bad, we got to stick with the team, folks. We got to stick with the Mets. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Ooh, boy. That's a strike. That is 100% a strike there. 100% a strike. Braves win the challenge. I play shortstop from Alex. Hey, that's fire, man. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Benj fouls it away. 1 ball, 2 strikes right now. I love baseball. I mean, baseball's always had a big part of me growing up and everything. And I definitely, I really enjoy it. Coaching as well. So playing now, I'm telling you, it means a lot to be able to play. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Benj takes low. It's going to get by the catcher, but Bichette wasn't going to be able to go anywhere there. 1 ball, 2 strikes right now. The Braves do have their catcher back, Murphy. Sean Murphy's back. Here is the 1-2 pitch right now. Benj taps it, foul again. 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Fancast Live is here, covering the Mets, Rangers, and Giants. Hey, check out Fancast. Shout out to you, the live podcast. Rafael Martinez, Johnny, Sonny, Alex. George is here. 1-2 pitch coming up now to Benj. Misses outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. A good pitch, but it doesn't chase. Cool Dude is here. Granddaddy. Mayston is here. I appreciate that shout out, Fancast. You already know. One big thing that you got to do, connect with people. 2-2. Benj fouls it again. That's one big thing. When I live stream, I got to do my best to live stream and shout people out. Making connections, meeting new people, talking to new people. You learn new things in life. I think that's a really important thing in life. Because you never know what people could teach you. What situations. 2-2. Challenge it. Good challenge by Benj. Benj is going to win this challenge. And Fancast, I do appreciate you for the follow. I do appreciate you. Yes, Benj is going to win that challenge. So it's going to be a 3-2 pitch now. And Bichette is going to get a head start as this pitch is going to go off now. All right, folks. Let's see here, folks. 3-2. Bichette is going to be off now. Benj is up now. Here's the pitch. Benj fouls it. Man, Carson Benj's at-bats have been a lot better. Like, they have a stat on SNY when his season started compared to his first 30 games compared to his last 83, and the way he has at bats is been really impressive and happy to see. 3-2 hit, fouled again. So he's having an Albies type at bat. Alex says I'm predicting a Yankees Cub World Series or Rays and Dodgers World Series. All right, I like the prediction. I just don't want to see personally, I don't want to see the Dodgers repeat. Personally, I don't want to. Here's the 3-2 pitch to Benj. Here it is. Hit to the shortstop. Nice play. And makes the throw. That's a beautiful play right there. End of the inning. We're going to the bottom of the 6th. The Mets don't score. And the Braves are going to have 9-1-2 with a chance to, get themselves a lead. He's gonna be a good player. He just started slow, but the Mets got a good one. Hey, Orlando definitely, and as he starts to grow and develop, it's gonna be good. Dan says, "Got my money on the Braves." All right, Dan. Shout out there. But yeah, look, the Braves definitely do have the momentum in this game. They definitely do have the momentum. I mean, are the Mets bringing Pintaro back out? I don't think so. I think the Mets are going to bring in Lavender. I'm going to take a quick look right now, but let me see there. Let me see here real fast. I want to check who's going to be coming in this inning for the Mets. I don't think there's any way you can bring Pintaro back out. He pitched one inning and he was not good in his one inning. 2 walks, gave up a hit. He gave away a run with a wild pitch that wasn't even close. Wasn't even close, the wild pitch he gave up. Wasn't even close. Again, the Mets led this game 5-0 and 7-2. And if you're a team that gets down 5-0, you don't got to panic. You just got to chip away little by little. And Danes be quite about Painter. What happened there, Star Wars? What happened there, Star Wars, with that? Let me see what the Mets are going to bring. I think the Mets are going to bring in Lavender. Let's see here. I don't either. If they win, they're going to be unstoppable, huh? I'm telling you. I bet in the top 5 when it was 7-4. Okay. Ewing and Benj are a lock in the outfield for years to come. I agree. Look, I do agree with that. Especially with Soto, Mets are gonna from 21 Savage. Come on, man. A lot of us want to see the champs get dethroned, especially with all those stars. 100%. Yo, how you feel about that guy who dances after every strikeout? Yeah, Nate Lavender's coming in. Look, I ain't mad about it. I like it. I like the energy. I love the energy. Now, if the moment he has bad starts, he's gonna get roasted. So he just has to be ready for that. But hey, I ain't mad. The Mets are like smiling in between it, look happy. So let's see. Painter have a no-hitter in the 6th inning. Let's see. Mets bring out Luke Weaver. Bruh, Luke Weaver's not even on the Mets no more, 21 Savage. They suck so bad that Soto deal's working out from Louis. All right. Yan is special. That's what I'm saying. You're throwing 100 miles per hour. That 101, he's thrown the hardest pitch all season for the Mets. The hardest pitch. Yeah, Lavender's out. Wait, who has a no-hitter in the 6th inning? Star Wars on YouTube, somebody commented and told me that the Phillies are having a no-hitter right now. But that's something you can't be talking about. Yeah, the pitcher Painter, 82 pitches though. 82 pitches in 5 innings. It's going to be tough for him to have a no-hitter. Maybe the team though, but let's see. All right, here's Murphy right now. Here's the first pitch. Strike 1. Phil's pitcher. Yep, Phil's pitcher. Cardinals are bad offensively. Look, they started off the year really good. Murphy's a free out. I disagree with that. I disagree with that. Here's the 0-1 pitch right now. Here it is. Misses. Oof. Blue, what are you doing, Blue? I'm a Mets fan, and Blue just called that a strike. That ball was outside, and he calls it a strike. But, hey, I take it. But what is Blue doing? Here's the 0-2 pitch right now. Here it is. Did he go? No, he does not go. He checked his swing. 1-2. Batting under 100. It'll be interesting to see someone homer off him to do the celebration. Before today, do you think Jeff guy's gonna come in? 100%. I think he will come in. He didn't pitch yesterday. I think he'll come in today. 1-2. Oof. He waited on that changeup. Fouled it back. 1-2. Do you think? Yeah. He actually may come in the 7th. Man, I remember when Cam Schlitter was perfect through 8 innings in 2005 versus the Rays. Wow. Who broke up the no-hitter, Alex? Or the perfect game? Who broke it up? Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Nate Lavender dials it up to 92 and makes a strikeout. Gets a strikeout right there. I told you. Hey, the top of the order's coming up now, though, so we're going to have to see. Williams is on the injury list. Going to be interesting to see if Yan closes. Look, can I be honest? I think they may pick Kodai Senga to close. All jokes aside, which this would be the worst place for him to implode, though. I do say that. All right, Drake Baldwin's up right now. Here is the pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Anthony says that is good for the Phillies. Hey, yep. Phillies been playing bad baseball lately. They're gonna have to try to find the rhythm, and because the wild card is very close for those teams in the Phillies. Here's the 0-1 pitch right now to Baldwin. That's gonna be fouled away. 0-2. 0-2. Nate Lavender doesn't throw that hard. He throws 93, 94. I think is the hardest I've seen him throw. So, Here's the 0-2 pitch coming up. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Nate Lavender strikes out Baldwin. He's got the first 2 in the inning, and now he's going to have to face Acuna. That pitch is filthy. It's just filthy. Elder was good before today. Hey, he was. Offense ain't surprising me. The Mets have done really good against Painter this year. All right, here's Acuna Jr. He's trying to make this a 1-run game. I'm pretty confident. Here's the pitch right now. Way outside and high. 1 ball, no strikes. Future closer right there. Lavender, you think so? Or who are you talking about? Yan. Nate Lavender, he doesn't throw that hard, but I'll be shocked if he became the future closer for the Mets. Here is the 1-0 pitch. Misses way high again. 2 balls and no strikes. Lavender. All right. Hey, we don't see a lot of lefty closers. There are some, but not a ton. But let's see, man. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Here it is. Oh, Blue. Blue calls it a strike, but that was a ball, and Acuna challenges it. 3-0 now. That was 100% a ball. It was 7-2 Corinthus. I'm telling you, when you get up early in the first inning, unless it's like 10-0, that doesn't mean nothing. 5-0 doesn't mean nothing. 3-0, strike 1. Doesn't mean anything to me. It doesn't. Because I've seen it happen where a team can come back. You just got to chip away. I want to see the Mets go out and sign Yamamoto or Scooble from the Dodgers. All right. Is Yamamoto even a free agent, though? I would prefer Scooble, though. Here's a 3-1 pitch. Ball 4. So now the Braves have the tying run on base coming up with Olsen. We got Kev is here. Let's go Mets. You already know. In the good and the bad, let's go Mets. Look, folks, again, I got to give you all this. If you are here, I ask you all on YouTube or TikTok to follow, subscribe. We're 45 followers on TikTok from hitting our first 2K. We're 88 subs on YouTube from hitting 1K. Continue to help this channel grow. Ball 1 to Olsen. And what I was going to say is also share this. Send this link on YouTube to a friend, a family member, a Mets fan, a Braves fan. Send it on TikTok as well. We got Shorty with the follow. I appreciate you. I'm doing good, Kev. How you doing? 1-0 pitch. And that's going to be pulled down the first base, but Jared Young is right there. And that is going to be a scoreless inning. We are going to the 7th. Yep, I'm watching on SNY, Kev. Prince says ain't no one coming to the Mets voluntarily. Come on, Prince. That's cap. Bichette came here. What's his name? Soto came here. Devin Williams, he's okay. I'll say that. He's okay. If I had to give him a ranking, I would maybe give him a C- for the season. A C-. Probably. Orlando, once again, appreciate you sending the heart. Let's see here. Alex, okay, good. Thanks. Hey, I'm glad you're good, Kev. Yeah, for the bag. Hey, but they still coming to the Mets though. Just followed you on Twitch, bro. Hey, Christopher, I appreciate you. Out of all right, I have what 5 platforms. I have, and all of them are above. I have Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Twitch is my smallest following so far. I have maybe like 30 followers on Twitch, but I just keep going live just for the sake of it. But Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, those are the places that I've been able to, really prioritize a lot. I've tried a lot to prioritize those. Same. Hey, shout out, bro. Kimball has so many lives, bruh. Let's see here, though, folks. Look, this game has gotten interesting. 9 outs left in this game. Can the Braves come back and steal it? Or can the Mets hold on? Can the Mets hold on? I hope they could hold on, folks. Devin Williams got to go to the 8th inning row. I don't know if that's going to happen. I was shocked to see that they gave him, he had a fatigued arm. Yeah, the no-hitter's over. The Red Sox also have a run in. They are down now by, they're down by, they're down by 1 run, the Red Sox. So the same pitcher's coming out. Jared Young, first pitch swinging, pops it up on the infield. 1 pitch, 1 out. Yeah, that's not the way you want to start an inning. Not the way you want to start an inning. No chance do you want to start an inning like that. So, again, the momentum is with the Braves. Mets got to get a new closer next year. Yep, no-hitter was broken up both. While the Phillies lose both. About to lose the lead from Alex. Hey, let me go to that. Let me see what's going on in the Philly game as well. Yeah, it's a 3-2 game now. Yep, the Simeon takes a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Yep, the Phillies are making a change as well. It's 3-2 in the bottom of the 6th. Phillies are in danger of giving up the lead. Simeon swings and misses. So 3 pitches in the inning so far. We got 1 strike. And we got, 2 strikes and 1 out. 0-2. Misses low and in the dirt. 1 ball, 2 strikes right now. 1-2 is the count right now, folks. Mets led this game 7-2 and 5-0. Grounded foul. So the Mets have had a lead, and Christian Scott just didn't have it again. Christian Scott has had some good starts for the Mets, but he's also had some starts that's hit hard by Simeon, foul. He's had some good starts, but Christian Scott has also had some starts where it's like, what's going on, man? Like, he's just not going deep into the game. 1-2. Simeon strikes out. So 2 up, 2 down. If I cash, I lose 25. Boston waste another good start by Gray, doing absolutely nothing right now from Sandman. Yeah, I see that they're losing to the Blue Jays. And the Blue Jays are playing a little bit better. The Blue Jays, they're trying to get that third wild card spot. That's what I was just about to say. They're trying to get that. Down to 50. Yikes. Here's Brett Beatty. Strike 1. All right, Brett Beatty, he hit a grand slam in this game, folks, in the first inning. Phillies are going to have Christopher Sanchez pitch tomorrow, and Wednesday they're going to have Zach Wheeler. Here's the 0-1 pitch right now to Beatty. Beatty grounds it. Shortstop's there. Makes the throw. 1-2-3 inning, folks. So all of a sudden, the Mets cannot hit right now. All of a sudden, the Mets cannot hit. If I'm not mistaken, the Mets have not had a hit since the 5th inning or the 4th. So, they definitely, again, I don't think the Mets are going to win this 7-5, but I hope so. I hope that they can hold on, folks. Let's see. Pop is here. Pop twin. 1-0. Strike. Let's go Braves. I'd rather the Orioles make the playoffs, so it will be an easier path for the Yanks. Alex, I'm gonna be honest. I want the Blue Jays to make it. The Yankees should want the smoke as well. Here's the 1-1 pitch. I'm watching now the Phillies and the Cardinals game. Mets own ATL. RJ, look, I'm not about to throw that out there. Mets have played well against the Braves, but the Mets are 19 and a half games behind the Braves for first place. So I'm sorry. I just can't say that, man. I would rather switch that. I'd rather the Braves. I don't even care if the Mets lost to the Braves all year. If the Mets can have a 19-game lead over the Braves. Yeah, folks. So we're at a commercial break. The Mets and Braves game's at a commercial break. I believe for the Mets, Daniel Duarte is going to be coming in to pitch. Jordan Walker's batting now for the Cardinals. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Popped up. Is that going to get out of play? It is going to get out of play. As soon as the Mets game comes back on, we will continue talking about it. Can I be honest, folks? I want to see Jeffrey Yan. I would like to see them put him to close the game in the ninth. I would love to see it. In the ninth inning and then him close it, please. I hope he doesn't blow the game, but I would love to see it. Here's the 1-2 pitch right now. Swing and a miss, so Jordan Walker strikes out. It's a good pitch there from Rangel. The season series versus the Mets. All right, Mets game is back on. And Lavender's staying out there. Strike one. Lavender's still in. Okay, Christian Pache's in the game right now for the Mets. Here's the 0-1 pitch from Lavender. Here it is. If it's fair, it's gone. Foul. Oh, boy. Woo! If it was fair, it was way out of here. Braves winning. Chill. Chill. Mets got to take this. Can the Braves win, Lovin? Yes, they can. It's possible. 100%. I need a parlay. I'm down 500 today, bro. Damn. I want you to win, but I want the Mets to win. Damn, son. Like me rooting for the Braves. Oh, boy. 0-2 pitch. Grounded. Fair ball again. Michael Harris does the same thing. He gets down in the count 0-2, and he just puts that defensive swing and puts it down the third base line for another double. Oh, my goodness, man. That is a massive hit, and you just gotta appreciate the approach. You gotta appreciate that approach right there. My goodness. Yeah, Lavender's gonna come out of the game right now. Daniel Duarte is gonna come in. So we have a pinch hitter. We have Daniel Duarte is coming in for the Mets. So we have a call to the bullpen right now, folks. My goodness, Mets led this game 5-0 and 7-2. And they're in danger of giving it up right now. Daniel Duarte is coming in. Let's see, folks. It's like me rooting for the Mets. Star Wars, I'm telling you. The Cardinals right now, they have first and second with 2 outs. They're trying to take the lead. The Cardinals. Can they do it? Can the Mets hold on? Can the Mets hold on and win this game? Right now, it is not looking easy. It's a tough one. For the Mets to win this game, it's going to be tough. Shout out to Brennan Shelby. I appreciate you for the follow. All love, God first. You already know. Money Mike, would you be a Braves fan if you didn't root for the Mets? Maybe. Look, I respect the Braves, man. I do. I'm a Mets fan, but the Braves they're a team that pretty much every year they make the playoffs. Pretty much. I'm going to tell you, since 1995, or let's do 1996, all right, let's do 1995. Since 1995, how many times have the Braves made the playoffs? I'm telling you, the number is high. Number is really high. All right, I'm going to go with that. Okay. since 1995, the Braves won the World Series. 1996, they lost the World Series. All right, I'm not going to go with the results, but I'm telling you, they make the playoffs almost every year. Here's Daniel Duarte now versus Ozzie Albies. First pitch. Swing and foul. They missed 4 times. Phillies only winning by 1. Yup. It's hard to be a Braves fan if I was since I'm a Mets fan. If I wasn't, maybe, but I respect the Braves a lot. All right, here's the 0-1 pitch to Albies. He's a threat to hit a 2-run. Fouls it back. 0-2. Damn. You already know, Alex. You already know, man. All right, the Braves 1995, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001. Okay. The Braves from 2006 to 2009 didn't make the playoffs. So that's what? 2006 misses high, 1-2. 2006, 2007, 2008, and 2009. That's 4 years. 2011, 5 years. Okay, then 2014. Okay, I'm gonna have to write it down for me to count that. 1-2. Fouled. So, okay. I'm gonna have to really count. Look, the point is, in these last 30 years, 31 years, the Braves barely missed the playoffs. That's just the point. They make the playoffs almost every year. They're a respectable organization, you know. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Grounded, foul again. And Albies, here Albies just keeps on fouling it away. Keeps on. They've made the playoffs 21 times since 1995. It's over if you get the bottom of our lineup. Who do you want? What do you mean, who do I want, 21 Savage? These teams I respect the most besides the Yanks and Padres. The Padres, Cubs, and Braves. Misses high, 2-2. I love sunflower seeds. But the ones from New York. What are the name of it? Sunflower seeds in New York. What is the name of them? I have a name. As hit to right, left center. Pache is there to make the catch. Really big out right there. That's the first out of the inning. Huge out right there. I don't think Brett Beatty would have caught that. I do not think Brett Beatty. I do not think he would have caught that. I think there's a Sunflower Seeds Davids. Here's the pitch now to Dubon. He pops it up. Left center field. Pache's there. He makes the play. 2 outs. So 2 huge outs. Yeah, David seeds, those are probably my favorite seeds. I love those sunflower seeds. Those are and the salted ones. Did he tag up? No, he did not tag up. Still at second. Smacking? What you mean? No, David's. How didn't that drop, man? Hey, that was an easy catch, not gonna lie. Yeah, David, I'm telling you. He made a good play on the ball. He surprised me with that, yeah. Riley takes a ball, and the Mets are gonna challenge that, but they're probably gonna lose that. Yeah, David, yeah, exactly. All of you know. I'm telling you. I'm in Canada, and Davids, they don't have Davids in Canada. So anytime I go to the States, I have to 100% check it out, you know? Always. I have to always check it out. Always have to check it out. All right, 1-0 pitch to Riley. That's going to miss outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Yep, salty. Not out. Not on. What do you mean? I want to try this. Okay, I never tried those, Kev. Never tried those before. All right, here's the 2-0 pitch to Riley. Hit hard. Lindor fields it cleanly, makes the throw, and that's going to end the inning. So Daniel Duarte comes in with a runner at second, nobody out, and gets out of it. How about that? If the Mets make the playoffs, they deserve to make the World Series at this point. If the Mets make the playoffs, oh my goodness. Have you met any Mets players? I haven't. No, personally, I haven't. I haven't. Okay, I've seen A-Rod in person. When I was in high school, Alex Rodriguez came to my high school. Now, I didn't get to shake his hand, but, I was able to see him, he was like, what, 10 feet away from me, but it's not like I was able to, you know, wasn't able to just like go and chat with him and just talk with him. But yeah, that's probably maybe the closest I've come to an MLB player in that regard. Yeah. Let me see here. I was actually named after A-Rod. Hey, that's fire, Alex. I mean, you got the name. You got the name, and isn't A-Rod in your picture? Yeah, he is. And Ken Griffey. Hey, growing up, Ken Griffey Jr. and Alex Rodriguez, I was really, really, I was really, really, I really liked watching them play. They were really, really good. Like A-Rod, I'm telling you, A-Rod was phenomenal. His defense was just amazing to watch. His defense was absolutely phenomenal. Roger Clemens, he was a great pitcher, but I wasn't a big Roger Clemens fan because my favorite player of all time is Mike Piazza, and he over here throwing a broken bat at him. So I ain't rocking out with that. Mike Piazza's my guy, so I ain't rocking out with that. You throwing a broken bat in the direction of my guy? Chill. All right, Sutter is out. Still again pitching for the Braves. His first pitch is a ball. Mets got to work this guy. Here's Polanco right now. Swing and a miss. 1-1. He really gotta do a job. Yeah, me neither. Yeah, me neither. Yeah, right, same. Misses 2-1. Shout out to Tres. Muchas gracias por siguiendo el página. Si tú estás aquí, tú hablas español, muchas gracias por llegando aquí y ayudando a esta página. Yo hablo un poquito de español, mi familia de Puerto Rico, so muchas gracias por llegando aquí. Yeah, Mets definitely do need some insurance. How is Sutter frying? I don't know, man. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Popped up, and that's going to be in the infield. The catcher has it. First baseman Olsen calls for it, and he's going to make the play. 1 away. Yeah, see, that's the thing. The Mets scored 5 runs. Look. Let me show you the box score real fast in the sense of the scoring. The Mets scored 7 runs in the first 3 innings. Normally, when a team gets a lot of runs in the first innings, for some reason, sometimes they just go cold. Strike 1. But look, I cannot be mad at the Mets right now for 7 runs. Score 7 runs, you expect to win. It's just Christian Scott. He didn't have it. Christian Scott didn't have it. As a Mets fan, when will we win the World Series? In my lifetime, I'm going to see one. Y'all got bailed out with a bad call. Which one? Misses. 1 ball, 1 strike. You talking about the strike him out, throw him out? That was a bad call. But, hey, you should have challenged that. I don't know why the catcher didn't challenge it. 1-1, that's going to miss. 2 balls, 1 strike right now. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Hit hard, and that's going to be a base hit for Francisco Alvarez. Second hit of the night. So something weird happened in Toronto. They're talking about it now, but I don't know what happened. I'm going to have to see what was it that happened. You only watch baseball? Nope. NFL season, I'm excited to do the NFL season. I did the NBA playoffs. I did the Super Bowl last year or this year. I did the FIFA World Cup, NHL, Phillies lead 4-2 now. AJ Ewing takes a strike. No balls, 1 strike. Happy birthday, AJ. You already know. AJ Ewing's his birthday today. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 0-2. You a Giants fan? Nope. I'm a Jets fan. I am a Jets fan. Eddie Wolf is in the building. Uh-oh, the New York Mets fan is here. Flavor 50/50 is here. 0-2. AJ Ewing hits it high, but that's going to go foul. Orlando's here. Granddaddy. Ernie's in the building. George, Jay, Sonny, Mario, New York Mets fan, Doug, 21 Savage. Pickoff attempt, and they got Alvarez at first base picked off. Wow. What are you doing, Alvarez? Falling asleep there? Oh, my goodness. Doug is here. Gucci is here. 21 Savage, Kev, Johnny, George, Alex, Ernie's here. Josue, Jay, No Ski is here. Meta challenge in the call. I think he was out, man. Ralph is here. Michael Trapp, Joe is here. Could have been 3 hits, but they robbed him. They tearing down into a double play, huh? I like the Pats. All right. The Pats were so bad in the Super Bowl, though, folks. They were really bad in the Super Bowl, folks. The Pats were really bad in the Super Bowl. Yeah, Alvarez with a bonehead play. My favorite NFL team is the Pats, huh? Let's see, folks. Let's see. On Facebook, we have Nelly Morales with the Mets shirt, jersey. Hey, shout out to Nelly that's with us on Facebook. Let me see who else. We have people on Twitch with us as well. On YouTube. Look, if you're on YouTube, we are at 912 subscribers. 914 subscribers. 86 more subs on YouTube, and we will reach 1K. Little by little, we're growing, and I always ask all of you for help. And on TikTok, we're 52. Calling the field stands. Runners out. Alvarez is out. Mets lose the challenge. No more challenges. Yeah, that's just dumb for Alvarez, though. Where are you going? Alvarez is not going nowhere, you know? Orlando, once again, appreciate you for sending the lives. Wednesday opening day. NFL, no. Wednesday's not opening day for football. Strike 3, and AJ Ewing strikes out. So the inning just ends like that. Boy, Suter, 3 scoreless innings. Us New York Giants fans, we love the Patriots. Really? Well, y'all dominate the Patriots in the Super Bowl. Go Giants. Yeah, Giants. I think the Giants and the Jets will be better this year. But let's see. Yeah, the Phillies right now, they're in the 7th. They're leading 4-2, excuse me. And they have runners at first and second. 1 out, Bryce Harper, 2-2 count. Here's the pitch coming up to Bryce Harper. Here it is. Harper fouls it back. We got foul beat, 999. Mets are winning again. How? Huh. Good start, but Braves have the momentum. Let's hope the Mets can close it out. Ahmed is here. What's going on? My 3 teams in basketball, football, and baseball, Mets, Nets, and Jets. Why does it rhyme? I don't know. I'm a Mets fan because of Mike Piazza. I'm a Nets fan because of Jason Kidd. Jets, I don't know why I chose the Jets. I'm going to be honest, but I'm a Jets fan. Here's a 2-2 pitch. Harper stays alive. Harper staying alive there. Let's see, though, folks. The Mets need 6 more outs. Who's going to come into the game? I don't think they're going to leave Daniel Duarte. I think they're probably going to put Jeffrey Yan in, or they're going to let him close. That's going to be so interesting, folks. His energy. I hope they let him try to close if the Mets have a lead. Ball 3 to Bryce Harper. Ball 3 to Bryce Harper. So Bryce Harper, he's batting right now, and he's trying to get, he's trying to get something going right now. Trying to keep the line moving. Here's a 3-2 pitch to Bryce Harper. Ball 4. Bryce Harper's walked, and now the Phillies have the bases loaded. Let's see. I haven't joined your lives for a while because I've been busy. Hey, Ahmed, no problem. Nonetheless, happy to have you here. How do you do the Mets score like that? I'm using a website. It's called Uno Overlay. Uno Overlay. So I'm using that. Oh, Daniel Duarte is back out for the Mets, by the way, folks. Sorry, I've been. Oh, you're good, man. When you guys don't join for a while, you don't have to tell me sorry. You already know I appreciate you. Any moments that you're here, you all already know I appreciate that. You all already know that. But yeah, folks, look, the Mets need 6 outs. Can they get 6 more outs? Mets have been on fire. Look, they've won 5 of the last 6. Let's hope they could win this game right now. Let's hope they could find a way to close this game out. But there's an issue right now with the pitch calm. Let's see, folks. Let us see. All right, I think they're coming out with a pitch calm to help there. All right, folks, here it is. Kev says, is it money? Is what money? Ball 1. So who's Yastrzemski pinch hitting for? He's pinch hitting for... not sure who he's pinch hitting for, Yastrzemski. But here's the pitch now, 1-0. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Just don't put Williams into close. Pedro Williams is on the injury list. Williams will not be pitching for the Mets maybe for the rest of the year or till September. The Mets need to win 20 of their next 25 to make it interesting. From Dan. 2-0. Strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. The Mets are not eliminated yet, right? Nope, they're not. The Mets, what? This is their 120th game. After this game, the Mets have 42 games left. It's getting close, though. And they're 11 out of a wild card. Popped up. Is that going to stay in play? Jared Young. Alvarez is there. And Alvarez is going to make the play. What a catch by Alvarez to make that play. Wow. How did he get that? Before it hit the net. What a play by Alvarez right there. 1 out. Hey, look. If Jeffrey Yan closes this, I'm going to be so excited. I'm going to be honest with you. I hope he closes it. But please, this would be the worst place for him to blow a save. If they even bring him in, Jeffrey Yan. This would be the worst place. What would need to happen in order for the Mets to make a playoff? They need to have a miracle. Mets, after this game, have 42 games. They need to arguably, in those 42 games, go serious. I'm not trying to joke. 35, 33, 35 and 7, 33 and 9. Serious. They need to go on a run like that. Dom Smith, the ex-Met, he's pinch hitting ball 1. Yes, I won't pitch him there. We all hitting and his move. Trade Benz from Kev. 5 more outs, Gilbert. We can do it. Let's hope so. And the Phillies just hit into a double play. 1-0. Dom Smith takes a strike. 1-1. Phillies had the bases loaded, 1 out. And they make a call to the bullpen. The Cardinals do. And they get the ground ball double play to end the inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Misses low. 2 balls, 1 strike. AJ for Trout. Kev, no chance. No chance. I might buy season tickets for the Yankees, but it's 50 bands. Damn. Yeah, because right now Mets are 52 and 67. Yup. Ooh, challenge that. Oh, 3-1. Trout, I don't want to say Trout is done, but Trout, I don't think he can be the best player on a team. If you were to put Trout on a team that he's the 4th best hitter, I think it could work. 3-1. Ball 4. So Duarte walks Dom Smith. That's a big walk. And now I believe now the top of the order is coming for the Braves. So look, if Jeffrey Yan does pitch in the ninth, if the Mets have a lead, there's a lot of things that need to happen first. I'm telling you, it's going to face the heart of the lineup. First pitch to Baldwin, strike one. Come on, Duarte. Let's get this double play. Don't let Acuna bat in this inning with the chance to tie or give the lead. Please, not this inning. Not this inning. He's going to bat again unless the Braves take a lead. In the dirt, Alvarez was just able to block it. 1-1. I don't know. That's what my friend said. Yeah, that wouldn't be a good decision. Look. Kodai Senga's in the bullpen, folks. He's in the bullpen. Wow, this role for him is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Here's the pitch, the 1-1 pitch to the leadoff hitter, Drake Baldwin. Hit to left field. Pache is there. Makes the play. So, look, the Mets do get the second out, but Acuna's gonna have to come and pitch and hit this inning. Why Senga, Andy? I would have liked to see Yan, but oh boy. Acuna Jr. right now, man. You already know he's trying to tie the game up, folks. Or at least put a charge into one. You already know that, folks. And the pitching coach for the Mets, Justin Willer's coming out right now. The Blue Jays did win the game, though. There was a controversial play in the Blue Jay game, and they were able to still win the game, though. The Red Sox have now lost 3 in a row. Baseball comes at you fast. The Twins, they are dominating the Baltimore Orioles now 7-3. But the Orioles could come back. I remember when the Orioles, was it the Orioles that they came back versus the Tigers when it was 7-0? Orioles are not out of it. Let's see. All right, folks. What happened to our closer? Yep, Devin Williams is injured. He's on the 15-day injured list. All right, folks. This is the moment of truth. Duarte's facing Ronald Acuna Jr. Please, let's get him out, man. It's a big at-bat. Here's the pitch. Ball 1. And on deck is Matt Olson. You do not want to face Matt Olson this inning. Because Matt Olson, one swing, Braves lead the game. You got to get Acuna. You got to challenge him. 1-0. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. That was a good pitch there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't want Matt Olson hitting this inning. Oh, man. And then, oh, boy. Here's the 1-1 pitch right now. Hit well to center field. Ewing is there to make the catch. Thank God. 2 inning over. The Mets are able to get through the 8th, excuse me. So look, now looking forward to the 9th, the Olsen will not be the tying run. So that's massive. That's massive. That is massive that Olsen won't be the tying run. He could possibly be bring it to a 1-run game, but he won't be. So that's a huge out. Huge one. AJ took Kev's comment personal. I'm telling you, Kev, he did. If the Mets make the playoffs, that would be insane, like super insane. I'm telling you. Uh-oh, Joe, New York Mets is here. Alma Di Rodriguez, estás aquí. Titi, estás aquí también. Sonny's here. Deeb, Stir, Ralph, David, Jay. We have Chloe is here. Ernie, Alex, Flavor 50, Mess 310, Gino. You speak Spanish? Well, my Spanish is solid. Let's say, El Gordo, estás aquí. Ernesto, let's see, Ahmed, will you be disappointed if the Mets lose? Look, I'll be disappointed, but look, if the Mets give up like 2 base hits and it's a 3-run shot, okay, I'll get over it. But like if it's like an era, like the Boston Red Sox game that they lost before the All-Star break, oh boy, I'll be disappointed. The Blue Jays win from Hobbs edit. Yup. There was a controversial play, Hobbs edit, in the game. I'm not sure what happened, but hey,
Um, you know, then you got money, Mike up. What do you mean by that, double A's? We're gonna score 2 here. Let's see. The Braves are gonna bring in a new pitcher. They're gonna bring in Victor Medeiros. Victor Medeiros is gonna come in the game right now to pitch for the Braves. Let's see if the Mets can finally get another run or two. The Mets haven't scored since the 3rd inning. Mets have not scored since the 3rd inning. First pitch is a strike. Mets have the heart of the order. Lindor, Bichette, and Benj. Here is the 0-1 pitch to Lindor right now. Here it is. Lindor fouls it. 0-2 right now. 0-2 is the count. Umps were on the spectrum, bro. I'm telling you. Look, umpiring is a tough job, but I'm telling you, some of the mistakes that umpires make is ridiculous. Kev, you too, Kev. Have a good night, Kev. I appreciate you being here. Uh-oh, Nathan is in the building. Nathan is here. Here's the 0-2 pitch right now to Francisco Lindor. Here it is. Lindor just taps it to left field, and that's going to be a base hit. 3rd hit of the night, 3 for 5. Lindor slams on the brakes, and he is going to have a leadoff single. Lindor could have been trying to go for a double. He took an enormous turn, but Lindor's not running well, folks. He's not running as well as he should. But let's keep hoping for him, you know. Herbert is here. All right, here's Bo Bichette right now. Bichette takes a ball inside. 1 ball, no strike. Granddaddy's still here. New York Mets fan is here. Robinson is here. George, Kevin Morris, Kev, Jay, Lennon is here. Here's the 1-0 pitch right now to Bo Bichette. Here it is. Bichette takes a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike right now. Ralph, Mike Smith, Domingo Peña, Daniel Perez, Johan Diaz, Abral, Elise Ramon, Ozzy. Shout out to all of you. Let's go, Granddaddy. Let's see if they can do it. 1-1. Bichette takes way outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2 balls and 1 strike right now. Let's see, folks, if the Mets can find a way to close this game out. Let's see if they can win this game, folks. Here's the 2-1 pitch right now. Here it is. Ooh, that's a good pitch right there. Strike 2 to Bo Bichette. Strike 2 right there. Is Bichette challenging that? Bichette's challenging that. That's a strike. Nah, that's a strike, man. Mets have no more challenges. I don't like that challenge by Bichette, man. Because now the Mets have no more challenges when they come to pitch. And that could be crucial. Could be crucial. Here's the 2-2 pitch right now. Hit, foul. Now, Bichette, you got to have a good at-bat. We just got our 915th sub on YouTube. So 100%, I appreciate you. Bichette pops it up. Is that going to get out of play? That's going to get out of play. Let's see there. Yep. So we just had Roger31 subscribe. So we're now up to 915 subs on YouTube. 85 more till we hit 1K. Little by little, folks. Growth takes time, but little by little, you can't stop. You got to keep going. Here's the 2-2 pitch right now coming up to Bichette. Bichette takes outside. 3-2. 3 balls, 2 strikes right now. We have Richard Lee is here. Taz is here. Rene Gonzalez. Abran. Tom Top is here. Gucci. Steph too annoying. 3-2. Lindor's going and it's going to be ball 4. So the Mets have the runners at the first 2 runners on. Runners at first and second right now. And now Carson Benj is coming up. So this is going to be a massive opportunity. Massive opportunity going to come up for the Mets. The Phillies still lead 4-2 in St. Louis. They're in the top of the 8th inning.
Top of the 8th inning there. Let's see if they're going to be able to close the game out. Let's see if they can be able to close it out. I'm scared for the Phillies bullpen, Star Wars. I'm telling you, it's not easy. Uh-oh, New York Mets fan with the Let's Go Mets. You already know. 100%. I'm telling you, folks. Carson Bench is hitting 270. So I'm really happy for Ben. I understand. Look, being good for one season is not enough. You know, it's not. But, you know, happy for him. Here's the pitch now to Bench. Whoa, it hit him on the knee. Oh, my gosh. Mets have the bases loaded. I hope he's all right. Let me see. Not on the knee, actually. Maybe on just a little bit below the knee. A little bit below the knee, close to the calf, but a little bit above it. Maybe, yeah, something like that. Yeah, calf. You could say calf area. Calf area was close. All right, folks. Bases loaded for Jared Young. Can they get the 2 that Flavor 50 said? Jared Young swings at a ball. Strike 1. Hey, can the Mets get at least a 2 here? Uh-oh, we got the Dodgers -1 or Royals money line. Here's the 0-1. That's hit really high to center field. That's going to get a run in for sure. Lindor's going to tag. Harris makes the catch. Throw's going to go to third. It's going to be a sacrifice fly, and the Mets now lead it 8-5. And look, folks, Senga is going to be coming into this game, folks. I am stunned with that. I'm stunned. Look, Dodgers. I think the Dodgers would win the game. I don't see the Dodgers losing to the Royals personally. And Star Wars says you're gonna make it to 1K. You already know. Look on YouTube. Once we make it to 1K, then we gotta get to 10K. Then from 10K, 100K. And I'm telling you, it's not easy. Senga closing. No, I'm not kidding. Senga's closing. Unless the Mets. Well, Senga's coming out for the next inning, no matter what. Simeon pops it up on the infield, though. So, infield fly rule, second out. So, Mets got 1, but let's see if they can push across 1 more. Luis Robert is going to bat for Ponche. Mets are genuinely on fire. They're playing better. If they win this game, that'll be 6 of the last 7 games that they've won. And that's pretty good. But let's see. They really need to pull off a miracle. Ahmed, I hope so. Here's Robert Jr. pinch hitting right now. Phillies have a runner on with 1 out in the top of the 8th. Here's Robert Jr. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strike. Why couldn't they play like this at the start, huh? Well, the way the Mets played on opening day, I'm not going to lie. I was impressed. But, you know, it just didn't go well. Phillies have now runners at, I think, 2nd and 3rd with 1 out. Robert pops it up. Out of play. 1-1. I told you, bro. Hey, Flavor 50. Good call. Let's see if they can get the 1 more now. All right. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Robert swings and misses. Strike 2. Let's see if the Mets could get 1 more, though, folks. If it's a 3-run lead, Senga's coming out. If it's more than that, Chase McDermott will come. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Robert hits it foul. 2-2. And again, folks, yep, Devin Williams is on the injured list. Strained right shoulder. They're saying it's not that serious, but he should be able to pitch again. But yeah, for now, he's not pitching for the Mets. All right, 1-2 pitch coming up right now. Robert Jr. misses high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. That's the count. Look, shout out to all of you. I always got to do this. I got to give thanks to all of you on YouTube. Thank you to all of you on TikTok, Twitch, Facebook. 100% I appreciate you. We still got Nelly with us on Facebook. Shout out to you. Here's the 2-2 pitch coming up. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Robert chases a ball. Mets get only 1 run. But Kodai Senga's going to come for a major league save. His first major league save. He's going to have to face Olsen, Harris, and Albies. Let us see what is going to go down. Michael is here. What's going on, Michael? Next season, I think the Mets can make the playoffs. What about you? Look, I definitely think so. You know, Orlando sending the clap. Shout out to you. Shout out to Jen H for the follow. Jen D. Her, I appreciate you. Flavor 5050 for sharing the live. Look, folks, let's turn up right now for this last moment. Let's see if the Mets could close this out. Can the Mets? Michael says he's good. I'm also good. I'm also good. Happy to be live right now. Oh, man, I can't believe he's coming in, huh? I'm telling, let's go Mets. You already know. Let's go Mets. Let's see if the Mets can pull it off. Can they get these 3 outs? Look, the Phillies right now, they are adding on to their lead. Phillies lead 6-2 right now in the 8th. So I'm going to leave multi-screen because the Phillies have themselves a pretty decent lead. And I am now going to focus on this Mets game. We have 5 people on Twitch with us as well. Shout out to all of you that are with us on Twitch. If you're on Twitch, shout out to you. Bendito, I'm nervous, huh? I'm wilding if I say I love Senga, bruh. Matt Chapman is getting surgery tomorrow. That's tough. Oh, man, I'm telling you, sis. Senga's coming in and, hey, Met fans, let's hope for the best. Let us hope for the best. Okay, Met fans, who are the closers that you are most mad at? I got 2 Mets closers that I am extremely disappointed with, and I don't think I'm ever going to forget. Let me see if anybody can guess. They are 2 Mets closers that they had some moments, but I'm so disappointed. Let me know. Two. Who do you think? I'm curious to see. Kodai Senga is up. This is almost done. Almost done. All right. Here's the first pitch from Senga to Matt Olson. First pitch. Swings at the first pitch, and he's going to foul it away. Strike 1. That was 99 miles per hour from Senga right there. Let's see if anybody can go. Guess. 6-2 Star Wars. Yup, being a New York Mets fan, how you feel about the Yankees? 0-1. Misses. 1-1. Look, the Yankees are another team that I respect them as an organization. And George Lombard, I'm impressed. If the Yankees get Judge, Bellinger, Stanton back for the playoffs, they can be dangerous. It could really be dangerous. Here's the 1-1 pitch right now to Olsen. Here it is. Oof, misses low. 2 balls, 1 strike. Yep, the NBA schedule getting released, and I'm gonna definitely talk about that. Breakout Tasaki, bruh. Did they bring in Yan? Nope. Yan didn't pitch today. John Franco, nope. You got 1, granddaddy. 2-1. That's hit hard, but that's gonna go foul. The 2 Mets closers that I'm so disappointed with, coming in at number 2, Jerry's Familia. I mean, the Mets win game 1 of that World Series in 2015. It arguably could change everything. You blow that game, 2-2. Pop foul. Familia blowing that save is just like, come on, man. He's number 2. Number 1 is Armando Benitez. 2000 World Series. Oh, my gosh. Same thing. Blow game 1. 2-2. Hit hard. Foul. So, yeah, RB, that's how I feel. I used to be a hater of the Yankees, though. I will say that. But I'm not a hater of the Yankees. I respect them, man. They're a good organization, and, you know, I cannot talk smack about them. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Kodai Senga throws the ghost fork and gets a strikeout. How about that? Judge has to be gone for a long time, huh? Armando in the righty we had, I can't remember his name. Latin guy had the sink. He couldn't throw Familia. That's him, huh?
Do they respect us? No. Two more. Why is the Braves so bad, bruh? All right, here's Michael Harris. First pitch. Misses low. One ball, no strike. Look, folks, the Mets this season, they are 7-4 versus the Braves. These are the last 3 times the Mets play the Braves. If the Mets win this game, they would have won the season series for the first time since 2017. Challenged Harris, 98, strike 1. Let's pray 2 more outs. Let's see if they can get 2 more. 2 more, folks. 2 more outs. Here's the 1-1 pitch right now to Harris. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Oh, he fouled it, but nonetheless, still strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Look, Kodai Senga, as much as his first season with the Mets was really good. Ever since then, I don't know what happened. Kodai Senga, look. Let me see this pitch and I'll talk about it. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Another ghost fork. 2 strikeouts. It makes sense, honestly, to put Kodai Senga as a 1 max 2 inning guy. The reason why I say that is because he's going to have the opportunity to come in and just let it rip. He's not going to have to come in and, chill. Ball. He can come in and just, throw hard. So that's good. 1 more out. Double A's is very upset. 1-0 pitch right now coming up to Albies. Here it is. Misses outside. 2 balls and no strikes. We're going to win the next 2. All right, Double A's. Let's see. Mets have 50 runs in their last 7 games, all since the trade deadline. Here's the 2-0 pitch right now to Albies. Way outside. 3 balls, no strikes. Let's see, folks. 3-0. Come on, Senga. Don't lose Albies here. You got to go at him. You cannot walk and give the Braves any life. Here's the 3-0 pitch right now. Here it is. Right there. Strike 1. 3 balls and 1 strike right now. But he's got to whoop an inning. I'm telling you. Yeah, what I've heard is that Kodai Senga, what he needs is like he's just not like other pitchers. He needs everything to be really convenient. And doesn't work like that. 3-1. Ball 4. So Kodai Senga gets the first 2 outs via strikeout. And then he's not even close. He walks Albies. Let's see. Mets have walked 6 hitters today. Yeah, folks, look, let's see right now if the Mets can get this win. They need just 1 more out. 1 more out. Mauricio Dubon right now. Here is the first pitch. Ball 1. So, Senga's and Albies take second. Senga's last 6 pitches, 5 of them are balls. Senga never really adapts to the MLB 4 or 5 days rest cycle. It's true. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Here it is. Hit to right field. Benj is there. Benj is going to make the play, and the New York Mets win the game. The New York Mets, with this win, they win the season series from the Atlanta Braves for the first time since 2017. We're talking about 9 years. The Mets are now 8-4 versus the Braves this year, with 2 more games to go in this series. Look, the Mets on this road trip, they, since the trade deadline, are 6-1. In 7 games, they have scored 50 runs. So, look, without a doubt, you absolutely have to be excited for what the Mets team is doing. I understand a lot of people are saying, but why not early? Why? We can only focus on what's happening to us right now. And what I could say is, let's go Mets.
The young guys are giving us some hope. The bullpen is getting the job done. The Mets, they also are what you call it? The Mets, I just lost my train of thought. Okay, the double A players like Mitch Voigt, the players we got back in the trade deadline are scorching hot. So good things have been happening for the Mets since the trade deadline. And folks, we just got to keep going. We got to keep believing. And somebody earlier told me, I'm going to get to the comments in a few moments, folks. I just got to react. Somebody earlier, they told me, look, maybe we won't have baseball next year because of a lockout, which I hope the lockout doesn't happen. I hope not. But if there's no baseball next year for any reason, look, folks, we got to enjoy Mets baseball. Because can you imagine if there's no Mets baseball next year? Can you imagine that? No Mets baseball next year? That'll be really, really tough. So, look, I'm really excited about this team. I'm impressed. They have 2 more games on this road trip. Even if they lose both of them, a 6-3 road trip, you take it. But what I will say is, get one more. If you're the Mets, try to get minimum one more. Just get one more so that the Mets, they could go back to Citi Field. And look, a lot of people are saying positive things about the Mets. They're going to do this, they're going to do that. And I've always been saying the Mets are not eliminated. If you believe in miracles, anything can happen. Okay, it has to start at home though, because the Mets at home have been very, very bad. And they need to wake up. The Mets at home, they're 6-1 on this road trip. The Mets need to do something like that at home. The Mets cannot be going home 2-4 home trip, 1-5, 3-3. No. The Mets put themselves in a position they need to go hard, especially when Jeffrey Yan pitches at home. Oh my goodness. I want to see Jeffrey Yan pitch at home so badly to see the energy that is going to go on in that game. So look, I am impressed. The Mets in the first 3 innings, they scored 7 runs. For a moment, you kind of think, man, are the Mets about to give this game away? But they didn't, man. They held on. I thought the Mets are not winning this game 7-5. And they got another run. They won 8-5. And look, let's talk about people in the lineup. AJ Ewing led off the game with a double. Lindor, he made an out, but a productive out, getting the runner to third. Bichette, RBI single. Mets led 1-0. Jared Young, base hit. Marcus Semien, I don't know if he got a base hit. No, Carson Bench got a walk. And then, yeah, Marcus Semien, I think he got an out. But then what happened after? Brett Beatty, grand slam. Mets lead 5-0. Christian Scott wasn't effective. You see in the first inning, he gave up 2 runs. But the Mets in the second get 1 back. Lindor in the third hit an absolute monster home run. Mets are up 7-2. Braves chip away 7-5. We get a little worried. But then the Mets bullpen for the last 4 innings hold the Braves scoreless. So that's really impressive. Kodai Senga gets the save. His first MLB save ever. And I'm telling you, you got to be happy about that. So look, I am excited what the Mets are doing. I really appreciate it. And look, in the good and the bad, I've been saying it. Let's go Mets. Let's go Mets, man. Let's hope that they can keep moving forward, all right? Let me get to the comment section. See you soon. Headed to the Dodgers game from RB. Great game. Thank you, Sammy Gilbert. Hey, agreed. Thank you for being here. On TikTok, y'all own us. Good games. Good night, Granddaddy. Yeah, Duval free out. Emily says win. You already know. Let's go Mets. Mets get the win. They get a big win there. Orlando, let me see there. He says, I think good night. Good night to Orlando. Sis, the Mets get the win. Let's go Mets. Mets, nah.
Met fans, we gotta stop with this Mets own the Braves. The Braves are 18 and a half games in front of the Mets. Let's stop that. Sanger got the job done, but let's see if he could do it for a smaller lead, huh? Mets win from David, KD. Let's go Mets. Good night, Orlando. Carson Bench, bro, huh? Hope, maybe for 2027, because you guys are cooked from Pito. Hey, Pito, I believe in miracles, but hey, I do hope there's going to be baseball next year. I'm being optimistic. I'm being optimistic. They need a miracle to get into the wild card. Mr. Old School, I agree. This is just unbelievable. Like, really, if they play like this earlier, we would have made it. From John. Looking like the OMG Mets right now. I'm telling you. But, look, I'm going to give credit to the energy of Jeffrey Yan. His energy's been amazing. See you tomorrow. Nice call, Ronnie. Patrin, nice win. Higher. You know it. Suns going 5-5. 3 home runs, 2 triples. Got the script. Bruh. Acuna. PCA or Shohei. For MVP, I got PCA this year. Rangers are on fire. All right, from VGS. All right, folks, look, I appreciate every single one of you. Look, folks, I've been live since the beginning of this game. I'm going to be getting off. Look, folks, I have these last 2 things to say. What are the 2 things I want to say? Look, tomorrow, I won't be live for the Mets game, but I possibly will be live for the Dodgers game tomorrow if they play at night. I am a baseball coach, and this Friday, I'm coaching in the finals. We're going to be in the finals. We're trying to win. So tomorrow, we have practice. I will not be here tomorrow for the Mets game live, but Wednesday, I should be back. And yeah, this last thing, why Higher Expectation Sports? The message Higher Expectation Sports, I have the passion to always tell people you got to keep believing in yourself. And I ain't gonna stop saying that. I ain't gonna stop doing it. Believe in yourself. So Higher Expectation Sports, so that people can be able to enjoy sports, people can be able to, react, share their opinions. But at the same time, we live in such a negative world where High Expectation Sports, we gotta throw in some positive messages as well. So I tell every single one of you, do not give up on your dreams. Keep going for your dreams. The Higher Expectation Sports is here for you. And hey, folks, look, Higher Expectation Sports. I encourage you all, like, share, subscribe. Keep sharing this with Met fans. Spread this with Met fans, baseball fans, sports fans, and let's keep going forward, all right? I am seeing some comments that the Phillies are choking, and I had to go to the game real fast, honestly. Excuse me, the Phillies were leading 6-2, and now it's 6-5, and the Cardinals have first and third. Star Wars was worried. Don't forget that Subway is coming up. Yup. Have a good night. See you next time, New York Mets fan. I appreciate it. No. I hope no lockout. Here's the 0-2 pitch right now. Here it is. Misses high. I'm going to watch this inning. I'm not going to watch the Phillies hit, but if the Phillies give up the lead right now, oh my goodness. Uh-oh, Jay Nunez is in the building. Right when I'm about to get off, Jay Nunez has entered the chat. 1-2. Fouls it away. How about that? Yep, I cannot wait for the Subway Series. Let me give a shout out as well. I know I said that those were the last 2 things, but people putting those comments about the Phillies, I had to go in. We have JT Sports and Content Creator. Shout out to you and your work, Kev, Alex, Dove, Rashid, Alexander, Oscar, Coy, Josh, John with the Mets logo as his profile. You already know, John. Let's go. 1-2 pitch. That's going to be fouled back again. Robinson is here. Ed. We have Legal is here. Patrin. Flavor 50-50. Karen is here. No. Ernesto. Miguel Tavares. Orlando is also here. You guys already know I got to give the shout outs. Fly is here. Let's go, Mets. How about the Mets, Jay Nunez? Speedy 22. Let's go. Here's the 1-2 pitch right now. Pickoff attempt. He's back in. How about the Mets? Look, I'm going to watch these last 2 outs in the Phillies game, and then I will be getting off, folks. But let's see. 1-2 pitch right now. Here it is. Swing and a miss. Struck out. Swung at ball 2. You cannot swing at that pitch right there. You cannot swing at that pitch. Ugh, that was just such a bad pitch to swing at. The Cardinals are going to have one more chance here in the bottom of the 8th to try to get the tying run or even the lead run. Senga is definitely the new closer. I'm telling you, it is incredible what he just did right there. All right, let's see, folks. They having a mound visit right now. Let's see, folks. But yeah, look, folks, the Mets, they get themselves a win. They've now won 6 out of the last 7. 6 out of the last 7. How about that? Let me see here. Let's see here. All right, folks, let's see here. Here's the pitch now. And we're going to have a challenge on the ABS. They're going to win that. Senga did a good job. Christopher's here. If the Cards are playing, why do you have a Braves logo? Because I was doing the Mets game. And I happened to do this last moment. I wasn't able to change the scoreboard and so forth, but I'm at least doing that last moment right there, at least so people, because we got some Philly fans here. Star Wars, let's see. 1-0, little swinging bunt, but it's gonna go foul. 1-1 there. Let's go Mets. Playoff hopes alive. I'm telling you, miracles can happen, man. But let's see, man. Let's see if the Mets have anything. You cover all the bases, Sammy. The Mets, the Phillies, everybody, everywhere, my brother. Jay Nunez, you already know, man. Jay Nunez is in the building. Here's the 1-1 pitch right now. Misses outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. 2-1 right now. You cannot walk this hitter, or you gotta get this out if you're the Phillies pitcher. Because the top of the order is next. The top of the order is next. Here's the 2-1 pitch right now. Here it is. Swing and a miss. 2-2. The Phillies were leading this game 6-2. And now it's 6-5. Star Wars, bad bullpen. I'm telling you. Brooks Raley, has he pitched again for the Phillies? Anything bad from him? Here's the 2-2 pitch. Hit to center field. And it's going to be caught, and the Phillies get out of the inning with the lead. So the Phillies still lead going to the 9th inning. Wow. Honestly, playoffs or not, this pitching staff is just not built for October yet. Hey, I cannot argue with that. Look, folks, thank you all so much for the support. You all know I appreciate every single one of you. Shout out to every single one of you. I hope all of you enjoy the rest of your night. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. Continue to help this channel grow. As this channel grows, we are going to be doing amazing things. And you all know I really appreciate the support. All right. Have a good one, everybody. Take care. And don't forget, don't give up on your dreams. Keep moving forward. Keep believing. Take care, everybody.